Hello, welcome. This is Team Fortress TV, but more precisely, this is TurboTabs speaking. I'm here with Beta, and of course Suyooo, the camera/production. Beta on the co-cast or maincast or whatever casting commentator. That's what they call them.
That's a tough word.
Yes. Anyway, we're covering more ETF2L Season 24 Powered by TT Sports action. This is LEGO versus Happy Throwers, aka Happy Farmers. This is the Premiership Playoffs, lower bracket, round 1. So, you know what that means. That means somebody is leaving here a loser and somebody is leaving here a winner, Beta.
Indeed. This is lose and go home, win or go home. And it's going to be very, very tense, I think. We saw a very questionable clown fiesta of a game last time, including Happy Farmers, which I will not speak of anymore, other than just mentioning it because they were using like 3 mercs. So, I'm just gonna assume they weren't trying because they were obviously not trying. And now they're actually trying and doing their best. So it's gonna be a good game. I do believe in this.
Yeah, I did shoot Happy Farmers a direct message just before we got set up live here, and he said that they will be trying their hardest tonight. They've got Honey in on Medic, so they've got a new field commander to tell them all how to play and what to do and whatnot. But let's segue into the main roster of Happy Farmers. Let's just go over the whole shebang while we're there. So could you just relay them off for me, Beta, while I load up the wonderful, beautiful Gentleman John's stats over on the netbook here?
Sure. I'm just going to assume it's loading very soon here, as we will have, of course, from Happy Farmers, the most important carry of them all is Brego on Demo Man. This absolutely legendary demo, never misses a pipes, it seems, despite not using a crosshair or view models. Is weird. And then on Scouts, we have the legendary Scout duo of Bash and Shocky. Shocky in particular has been very good so far this season, and it's not loading, is it? But
yeah, you are right. I'm mashing away at the keyboard.
There it is. I see it. Cool.
Oh, okay. Well,
all right. It's actually
happy ending, isn't it? Well, at least for you guys, I still can't see it, but I'll take your word for it.
All right. Yeah. So we have Shocky and Bash. Excellent, fun Scout combo. They play on basically one of the best teams that ever played the game. So that's always a really scary combo. Shocky in particular has been very good. You can kind of tell on the stats. And then on Damn Easy on Roamer, had a pretty good season, I think. He has a negative KD, but that's pretty damn normal on Roamer, and you can see that his DPM and KD are actually pretty good. They're pretty damn decent. And then finally we have Relier on Pocket, pretty much the big question mark on here. And then, of course, finally we have a new medic in here who's standing in for Thune, who's standing in for Grabber, who's standing in for Feeling. And,
who's standing in for Buttnose.
Yeah, standing for Buttnose. And that is none other than Honey, who I do believe has casted a couple of games here too. So, a familiar face for sure. And he has shown himself to be a very good medic, as long as he can actually get along with his Pocket. I don't think he has any outstanding beefs going on with anyone on the Happy Farmers team. So I'm very excited for this. I think we have some very good maps, and it should just be super action-packed all around.
Hold your horses there, Beta. Before we go into any map talk, I want to talk about LEGO. The Denmark Vinder. Let's see if I can load up that report as well. Where are you, LEGO? There you are. Ta-da. Okay. It's not working for me, but please tell me it's working for you.
It absolutely is.
Okay, well, from memory then, I believe the medic is Condom, the Demo Man will be Dr. Phil, Pocket is Josh, Roma Zen, Passive Scout, Izon, and the Aggressive Scout would be Sorex. This team is a dark horse, Peter.
They play second in Prem, probably higher than most people expected, including themselves. But they very much earned their position there. They played very well throughout the entire season. And then, of course, we saw them also had pretty damn good results overall in general. And then I didn't actually watch the other game. I was actually casting at the same time, and I haven't had time to watch it. But do you actually know how the game against Nameless went?
Yes, I believe Lego beat Nameless on both Product and Reckoner tonight. So, well, not tonight, but this was back in week 3 or so. But yeah, it was a huge feat and a surprise to everybody, really. Product has been a map that Nameless has really been struggling with throughout the entire season. They've kind of came in on their own now, what with working out the kinks in their team and having Coach Kado helping them out through those problems. But Lego still seem extremely strong on those maps, and what do you know, those are the maps that are also on tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of the same maps. So it definitely, you can definitely tell some things from last week's matches. I think they lost 2-0 to Nameless on Gollywash, right? So
Yep.
that's kind of interesting. And of course, we have the big X factor tonight, which will of course be the update and how people adjust to that, because there were some really major changes that will impact the TF2 6v6 meta, right? So I think if you have like a Scout v Scout comparison here, I think that would be a good time because there's some changes.
I hear you. I'm scrolling down now, but yeah, it really is the elephant in the room. If you're not entirely sure what scout change we're talking about in particular, it's now that if the medic heals the scout, the medic will run at the same speed of a scout. And I don't think I need to tell you the implications of that, Beta. That is going to change the rollout. That's going to change the way the medic runs away. It's going to change who to prioritize almost, maybe in some of these fights. It's really a huge knock-on effect from just such a tiny change.
Yeah, like you really just can't be a race car and get the hell out of it. It's like, oh, let's get out of here. Just grab a scout and you can just run out of there so damn fast. It's absolutely incredible. And of course, just in fights, if you grab a scout, you can dodge really well. And it's not game breaking in any way because you still have to heal your soldiers in your demo, right? Obviously, but it's just if you need movement and need to do some sort of quick adjustment around, then all of a sudden, you can actually rotate super fast, and it's really something to behold. And now we actually see, Sorgs versus Shocky, the matchup here. Two really strong scouts, the two flanking scouts from Lego and Happy Farmers, and two scouts that have been really instrumental for both teams in the season, and will probably have a bigger role to play tonight.
Yeah, both of these teams are very similar in the fact that it comes down to, I think, mostly Stefan or Sorex having their game. When everything's just firing off on all cylinders for either one of these scouts, it really works in favour with the team and they play around it so well. But the question is, who's it going to be tonight, Peter? Who do you think is going to win?
Well, just in the Shocky v Sorex matchup or in general?
Well, give me a bit of both.
Alright, well, I'll start off by saying that I do think that I think Sorex has been the stronger scout all season. You can see it by the average kills per map. He's on 24, Shocky's on 17. Shocky stays alive a lot more, and I do think he does slightly less damage than Sorex, and then he also receives quite a lot more heals, right? So he's better at kind of rotating back to his medic. But overall, I do think Sorex has been an absolute beast, has just been hitting so many shots. And like whenever he gets behind you or just gets an Uber and gets healed and pocketed by a medic, like he'll just run over you. And you just have to kill him so fast, otherwise he'll just murder you. And I do think just the fact that I think the Lego Scout combo will be slightly stronger tonight. So I think that will be the thing that sort of tips the scale in their favor and allows them to take the whole matchup.
Yeah, not to overshadow any of the work that Josh and Zen have been doing over on their soldier class. It's true that I don't think they've enough people have really sang their praises all season. Josh, actually probably Zen in particular, but yeah, they've just been doing outstanding work, and I guess it's just work that nobody really sees. What with Josh taking up the main call and can't really see in the cast how much communications and how much he's just rallying his troops through these victories that they've been having all season. But in the meantime, Zen, who this is the first time I believe, I'm not sure if it's his first time Roma in Prem. I know he played Roma at some point, maybe even Div 1 in a Lego iteration. But
Or it's Sen. Or...
yeah, Zen.
Well, he got upcoming talent from as a scout, way back in the day.
Yes. Okay, so he did play scout for that one Prem season. So yeah, this is his first season in Prem as a roamer. And he has played previously in Div 1 as a roamer, but it just goes to show how well he's adapted, just to say this is his first season. And it's been really impressive. You even see him outstatting Josh in some moments.
Yeah, he's an extremely easy player to play with, and I'm pretty sure that's why they picked him, just because, he's not strictly a soldier main, but just the fact that he's so easy to work with, and he has very good aim, and he's just a very good overall player. That's just enough for them to just prefer him over anyone. And as far as Josh goes, I think Josh might actually have more to do with LEGO success than anyone else, just because he is arguably the best caller in Prem right now. He's the only real proper good main caller, I feel like, who's just really good at taking charge of a game and making these really crucial calls.
Yeah. I can see why you would make that call. I mean, with Nameless running Coach Kato right now, a big criticism of theirs is the lack of main caller, whilst over on Perilous or Full Tilt now, they've renamed or rebranded themselves to, they have a mixture of about almost 3 main callers, I think, at one point, where just fighting over the microphone between Kos, Solentes, and maybe even Mike, maybe even some Ali in there as well. But I think it's mostly just Kos and Solentes fighting over that. But I can see Josh is almost unbeknownst, definitely the main caller for LEGO, and really just goes to show how the benefits of just having a strong main caller in your team. But it's okay now, because Happy Farmers should be getting a taste of that.
Yeah, for sure. We're actually about to go live, so why don't you give us a prediction here for Gollywash?
Alright, okay, my prediction is going to be... I think it's going to be an upset. It's going to be Happy Farmers. They just shave it out. How about you, Peter?
Yeah, I do think LEGO will take Gollywash here. I think it's one of the stronger maps. It's a pretty close map, and they like to push on small advantages. And on Gollywash, you're generally close to the point that you're pushing. So it's just those small advantages they will be able to push on them. But if Happy Farmers can just shut down the chokes and slow down the game enough, they can actually turn it into their favor. But I do believe LEGO will edge out Happy Farmers on this map.
Yeah, so we will be going live any second now, but I guess in the small little times that we've got in, we can quickly gloss over the bans that both the teams banned out for this best of 3, and those okay, maybe not. The timer is actually going down now. If you're just joining us, this is the ETF2L Season 24 powered by TTE Sports. This is Premiership Playoffs, lower bracket, round 1. I'm on the mic, TurboTabs. With me is Beta. Suyooo on the camera and production. What's happening on mid, Beta?
We see 2 demos here on mid, and I think we have a Quickie Bomb launcher on Brago. Could be wrong, though. As Dr. Phil will actually get rushed down by Shocky right away. Shocky is infamously good on this mid. Sen tries to jump up, but he gets taken down by Baz right away, and Joss has gone down as well. And I think LEGO will just have to retreat to last here. I don't even think they can contest second. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're completely right in saying that Brago is running the Quickie Bomb launcher, because that weapon did receive a significant buff in the new patches. And ETF2L stands on it. Sunny Black says, it's okay, it's fine. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but I don't know, that weapon looks pretty strong to me, Vita.
Yeah, especially when you're pushing last like they are doing right now. This essentially means that Phil can't really sticky last. And, you see Brago actually putting up a trap. You can do that now, but look at this. LEGO actually pushing aggressively into lobby. They don't care. They're just going to actually push it out, dude. No Ubers get exchanged, but that's a pretty unusual move, I think, for most teams. Most teams would just stay on last here, and sort of hunker up, but LEGO actually takes a forward stance.
Yeah, it does kind of beg them to use their Uber really early over on the side of Happy Farmers, but hopefully they can manage to squeeze past the defences as they're trying to do that in this top area here. They're taking the time about it. It is even Uber, so they've got plenty of time to plan out their attack, and now they're starting to just flip back to last over on LEGO side. Now let's see if they run out any off classes in the meantime.
Yeah, there was a really good aggression coming in from the Riverside there. They just threatened Riverside, and that caused Lego to go back in order to not be back up, and now they get lobby in a response to that. So, they could just do the double soldier bomb onto the point. They can clear stickies right away. It works better when you actually have an Uber advantage, but really
damn easy, stuck in water. Torix is trying to find him, but actually gets the turnaround kill off. Dr. Phil will clean up the damn easy escape though, so a bit of a trade there. Relia's going to be back up now. Damn easy's probably going to come back as some sort of off-class shenanigan. If I had to take a guess, it'd probably be Sniper. He does like his Sniper.
Yeah, he's played that quite a lot. He's also played a bit of Spy, so just the fact that he's actually been mixing it up is working in his team's favor here. Lego will not know exactly what to expect, but they are holding forward once again, and that's annoying to deal with as a sniper.
Yeah, you've got these two shutter doors which just make it practically impossible to find the shot that you want to get off, especially in, the only shot being available is Riverside, and with its hill-like nature it's impossible to really find that headshot that you're looking for anyways. But it looks like they're just sitting back for now.
Yeah, I know Lego has been working on this forward hold. I know they had trouble with holding Riverside at some point, so they've been working on fixing that. And we saw them lose Riverside before, but they didn't lose anyone while losing it. So so far it's working out pretty well. Easy now does have a sideline here in Riverside, and that will probably mean that Lego will have to clear it out. But they are still holding pretty far forward, so if someone just jumps out there like Sen does right now, they can get a pick on the sniper. He does a ton of damage to the pocket, but no kills coming out right now. And at some point, I think Lego will just feel like they're under too much pressure and actually just retreat to last.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about this lower door area. I know Josh has got it covered, but I could see maybe one buff scout just squeezing himself in. It can make a really difficult fight for Josh to deal with, but it's a bit difficult to really make that sort of read without actually committing to Josh in that lower area, so maybe they won't spot that sign of weakness in this forward hold as they're trying to get through this automatic door right now, and Dr. Phil's it's making it difficult for him.
Yeah, they actually do get it eventually. Relia took a ton of damage. He might still go down. No, it looks like he just gets the error there, standing in the corner, so a pretty clean take there. It was looking a bit sketchy, but they managed to make it work. And Lego, once again, they're putting on a ton of pressure, and they're not really losing anyone, as Demizy almost goes down to ice on there in Riverside. He'll obviously keep peeking and trying to get a pick. Go for the hero shot probably eventually. So he's just scoping up here. But so far, Lego are doing a really good job of just denying him a sightline.
Yeah, now he's finally somewhat found a sightline, but his condom is positioned so well that actually he might get the sight. Oh no, he's not in the position to do so. And when they went for that point play, I thought they were trying to bait out condom into the sightline, and it did work for a moment there, but damn easy just wasn't in the right place at the right time. So it's just back to stalemate. Yeah,
and Lego, they opt not to go for a counter sack or a counter push or anything. They're just gonna sit back on this one, feeling like they can't really push out here. I think I've seen Lego actually do it. So Josh apparently didn't see a sticky trap there. Actually, a fun little feature of the Quickie Bomb launcher is the more you charge it, the more damage the stickies will do. So when you make a sticky trap, as damage does eventually go down there, overextending, but when you make a sticky trap, if you actually charge your stickies, your sticky trap will do more damage. So if you're willing to spend the extra time to actually put up your sticky trap, it will be more effective.
So it destroys stickies. It's a bit more powerful when you charge it up. It makes you can still use the regular bombs. You've got what else? You can also make super charged sticky trap things. It slices, it dices, it does everything. Buy for $5.99. What can't this Swiss Army knife do, Beta?
Well, it can't perform very well in a prolonged fight. When a demo is out of pipes and is out of stickies, he becomes really, really bad because he just has to reload one sticky and then shoot, and it's not very good. And that happens very fast. Oh no! Phil actually just spamming pipes into Riverside. Honey tried to get past, but he goes down. Just too good spam there coming out from Phil. Lego, they were aware of this was going to happen, and look at that. And yeah, Condom almost drops too. Barely pops there. He actually switched away from his medigun as the soldier jumped.
Damn easy going to get away. Oh no, not on his life. He will get cleaned up by Eyes on. They're all flooding out the top area now. You see the rest of Happy Farmers holding big door area. He actually sees them have a poke around. Yeah, and Dr. Phil is laying some damn onto them, but they will back out now. They've got that second point capped off, and they're just going to use the heal advantage to just get into this mid fight immediately. You already see Josh is actually using one of the banners. Oh wow, this is a throwback for a time gone by. Josh using that. Is it the battalion's backup? Yeah, that's the defensive one. It makes you just a little bit more resilient to a lot of damage. But as you can tell, it's kind of overextended them into that choke area, and Happy Farmers just end up farming.
Oh, Ison is so slippery. Dodges both soldiers there and gets out alive. Looks like he wants to fight them now. That's not a weird decision. Like, he is behind lines, but the longer he stays behind lines, the more annoying this will be for Happy Farmers to deal with.
Yeah. You see, three of them went back almost for him, but I could hear Honey from here just scream at them. It doesn't matter, leave him, as they are going to the second point, and rightfully so, they are capping off that second point before Izon even has a chance to do anything. They should keep in the back of the head though. Oh no! And trying to keep in the back of their head about Izon, he actually does finish off Brago, but he made damn easy turn around and wasn't looking forward. They were forced off during all of that shenanigans, and the Honey Badgers just decided to just go in anyway. Fuck it, he is a Honey Badger after all. He's just going to go in. They've already got point presence on there, ready.
So much time,
and, yeah, well done to Happy Farmers, just making good of a bad situation.
Yeah, indeed. That push from Lego just didn't work at all, even with the banner. And it was just an absolutely terrible situation. Like, damn easy just forcing Condom on their own last was just actually really important, because it equalized the Uber situation. But here we go. It's 1-0 and Happy Farmers in a pretty slow round there. They took their time, but eventually got their point. We'll see what they do on this mid.
Yeah, Brago is still using that Quickie Bomb launcher. He's very assistant upon it, but he's been pushed back for now. He has to rotate all the way back around. They haven't quite got the heals to make the push across mid now, but they're delaying their attack, it seems, over on Lego, and they've lost 2 players already, but the player advantage is still going Lego's way. They're just taking enough trades, and I think they will win this out. Relia should back out, and yep, that's what they're doing now. Sorix has managed to get himself behind, and he's fighting up against Bash, but can't quite finish him off. He goes back into the arms of Honey, who will heal him back up in no time at all. And they have a second point to worry about defending, and they've already got some point presence over on Lego. They still want to fight it though. He's got the Uber charge, he's willing to use it. And
Phil gets pushed so far forward, but he gets saved just in time by Condom.
Dr. Phil is pressing forward as well. He even gets the bash kill. Oh, Dr. Phil is in the house. But he looks like he's mostly using his stickies for now. And oh god, he will get cleaned up just after I use the nickname as well. Oh, Zen is going to get the damn easy kill. They're still picking up pieces over on Happy Farm. There's no chance for them to breathe. Oh, big damn coming out from Zen. And Izon's even cleaning up some of the kills as well. They've got the point pressure as well. It seems like this game is going at 1,000,000 miles per hour, and it will be another round quickly on the board beater after that first round.
This is kind of what TF2 looks like when Lego is winning. It looks super fast and easy, but it was really good focus fire there by Lego. I think a lot of teams would have not gone in there. They all went through that lower door, which is pretty bad, but they all went in and then spread out really well, and they just ignored Honey Badger and just focused down the dangerous classes. So great job there. Soy's going to try to rush top right, but he actually runs into a scout, which he hadn't even seen. So he's out of the fight for a little bit here. So far, Happy Farmers have the better position here in mid. Lego is holding very far back, and now everyone from Happy Farm moving forward. But Lego actually get the first kill here. But now everyone else from Lego seems to just be melting under the sheer firepower of Happy Farmers. Condom is he has grabbed a scout and is actually running out super fast, but now he's being chased by a scout and he's just going to kill himself.
Yeah, it seems in going for Honey Badger at the start there, just kind of sent Happy Farmers into a rage, and they had nothing to live for except just to frag as many things as front of them as possible. So they just ended up winning just from the fact that they had one extra gun in the battlefield compared to losing their medic there. They made it really quick, which is the best time to do it, as your medic is not going to give you those that long healing beam throughout the course of the fight. So playing it fast, very well done from Happy Farmers there.
Yep, and Honey Badger is on a tentative 20%-ish advantage. It's not a very big advantage, but you can definitely push on it. I kind of expected him to go crits. It seemed like a pretty obvious move, but he decides to go with Uber. So whether or not he'll actually push with it as a dot push is left to be seen.
Yeah, it looks like they're really thinking about it. They're building quite heavily with Bash, so they're playing off the fact that they do have the Uber. They need to be going now, and now Yep, go, 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 move, 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 and the dot push has been made, but it's just not quite dotty enough as they have been counter-ubered by Condom, who's Josh is taking the lead in this. He actually does get the Honey Badger kill, even gets the bonus Brago kill as well, so this is a good Uber coming out from LEGO.
Yeah, and Bass goes down as well in Riverside. Dr. Phil, Sen, and Zorax all pushing there, so that's all clear, and now there's just one in lobby, I think. Yeah, Shocky's threatening with the back cap, but I think they've spotted him and he's gone away. So a very clean push out there by LEGO. A great Uber coming out from Josh. Really good job there. Honey Badger's still on the loose though. You know, they'll have a 50%-ish disadvantage, but they can definitely hold mid and contest it. But let's see, LEGO actually going big door here. And here comes the banner again. It failed the last time, but let's see if it will again. So far it's looking pretty even, but LEGO has definitely gained a lot of ground. It looks like Happy Farmer is just getting out of there.
Yeah, they've managed to gain a lot of ground and have spread out the rest of Happy Farmers, but oh no, they've let a few players bleed in, and Josh has gone down during all of that. They've got a safety net in the Uber though to bring that back just a little bit, but they're getting back capped here, Beta. They're screaming for more players onto the point, and they are getting a load of more players onto that point. Can someone block it? Relia is the champion there to block it off, but Sorex has gone all the way back to deal with Brago now, so no back caps or front caps for either team, it seems, as they both end up blocking the point, and it will slowly go in the favor of LEGO there.
Yeah, that was a very tense fight. Like the medic on the point was completely unspotted by a lot of LEGO players, and LEGO end up winning the fight with like 2 men remaining, and then Sorex finally cleans up Brago as well on second. So LEGO won both of the fights, but they won them by not very much, and they had to use Uber to actually win it too. You know, they did have Uber advantage.
It seems the response with this incoming Uber charge advantage will be the engineer. Shocky has picked up the wrench and he's building up a sentry gun on that right hand side. Not quite the meta spot for the engineer. Usually they hide it over by those crates over there, but I guess the advantage of this is the sentry gun's going to contribute a lot more to the fight at the start, and you can tell it's already made a huge mess of this this demo and Scout Uber coming out from LEGO here, so I think it does a job quite well, but I wish I could say the same about all the other players. Dr. Phil's already on the point, he's setting up some traps, but Brago's found...
People are jumping the heavy, but he gets arrowed there. Honey just arrowing that heavy forever, and heavy, you know, you all know my position on it. Dumb class.
It's too powerful, it's too much, but hey, you know, if they didn't have the heavy...
Oh, there's actually a spawn cap here going on, Brago. Oh, Dr. Phil was actually aware of it, and Iceland comes in from behind and actually picks up Brago. So what could have been a really amazing play by Brago ends up being actually a kind of a poor one, and he gets taken down.
Oh, Sorex almost being spammed out there just from Happy Farmers' collective little push, but it's not going to work out. They have got the Uber. I'm surprised they're not, you know, pushing this a little bit stronger. Maybe they just didn't keep quite on top of the advantages or the disadvantages and just giving LEGO a little bit too much respect there.
Definitely looks like they're not actually counting, because that was 32 seconds. That's definitely enough. Mid is pretty hard to push here, but look at that. Brago goes down again. So once again, this is looking like it's going to be another great Uber coming out from Josh. He actually went through drop down there, and now he'll join his team. But, you know, they just end up getting one pick here, and it's the demo pick. So they will rotate down into big door. And here we go. Josh jumps into the high ground. He's fighting both swords. He gets taken down with some nice rocket by Relia. Absolutely slammed Josh there. But the medic has been taken down, and LEGO's definitely winning the fight.
Yeah, they've just they swarmed them. When they saw that Devilman going down, they know that a doorway is going to be really difficult to defend out if all the players just push through it. So they just rotated around, chose big door, and all pushed through there. And even the flanker, they were a bit distracted, and the flank came in from around, kind of pincered them in. But they're getting a little bit greedy here, trying to throw some players into last area, and they will get cleaned up significantly quickly over on the Happy Farmers side. So they are actually making a push out of this. Very admirable coming out from Happy Farmers, but maybe foolish is a better word to say, Beta.
Yeah, like the difference between it working is being really brave and really dumb, and that looked very dumb in retrospect. Like, I realized LEGO just lost 2, which was also dumb play by them because they had the Uber advantage. But now LEGO's just going to pour onto the point. They have a demo on it, so many stickies, and yeah, everyone's just cleaning it up there. That push out was not a good idea, it would seem.
I think Happy Farmers should stop putting their LEGO impression on. They're not quite as good as the OG daddies. LEGO, it seems like a Lego push in my eyes, where they just lost 2 players. It was like, yeah, just go out, second point, 2 short doors. What's the worst that could happen? Oh man, there's a demo man in this game.
Yeah, and an Uber. So once again, are they not counting Uber? It kind of seems like it. But Dr. Phil once again getting rushed by both scouts. He's so weak, and actually all of Happy Farmers going in there. But look at Josh getting absolutely destroyed by Damn Easy. I think that was him. Maybe it was Relia with another one. Another bigger shot here coming out. But Sen is in on the medic. Actually, it gets the medic, but I still think Connor will just have to get out here. And yeah, so Lego, they get out alive, they get the medic, and they lose mid. But look at this, there's no time on mid so far, so second point will definitely be contestable for Lego, and they will be able to push into or mid at some point.
Yeah, they find the damn easy kill who's hunting for the medic as well, but they will sniff him out and he's going to get cleaned up rather quickly. They even managed to get to second in time in hopes of defending it as well. I was a little bit worried that Happy Farmers were going so aggressive, they might even be able to sneak the second point as well, but just a little bit too quick for them there, as they are making this push in onto second. Josh is having a poke around from the lower area, commanding his troops in and recognizing where they should fire upon. They will take out Dom easy on the flank though. Big boy Josh just putting matters into his own hands, as the main caller is playing more the flank role now, and the scouts are being the meat of it all. They're just going in with the Uber, trying to find as many kills as they can, but everyone's just kiting them so well. Bash is the next one on their hit list, and he's doing a good job to survive it all, and Honey Badger's even keeping him incredibly healthy to say all the hate he's getting. Zen has entered the punch bowl now, and he will get a kill onto Bash, and he will manage to get out as well. Very, very nice coming out from Zen there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was actually an example of a pretty bad Scout Uber, you know, all things considered. You know, Scout Ubers are definitely something you want to do now, you know, because the medic can just keep up. So, and once again, we see a push out here. They do have the Uber this time, but Brago gets picked off once again. This seems to be a theme that's going on with Brago.
Where is Honey Badger positioned? Have you seen him right now? He's been locked back into the big door area. He's been cut off. Good God, what is going on? They managed to capture the second point at the very last second to save the round. But I think it's going to end up in their favour anyways, because Honey Badger is still dead.
Yeah, he's actually contesting
heal.
By some time there, but yeah, now we see another Uber here coming in. Connor's just going to flash in everyone here, just doling out all of that invincibility, and Lego put time on the point and they cap it out. So these push out, yeah, that was weird. That was some weird positioning. It seemed like some poor coordination and just...
I believe that the issue would be communication. I think Honey Badger's like, push, go, and he turns around and he's like, team, where are you? And he ends up trying to run away, but he can't get anywhere near the door because Lego are just smashing him up in the air with explosives. So we're heading into the 5th round now in this Gully Wash game. 10 minutes left on the clock. And the position is looking good for Happy Farmers until Zen came in with some big damn. But the cleanup is good on Happy Farmers regardless. They have left 2 scouts on the middle to deal with all the ruckus while they send a few players behind. But Izon, wow, he's actually done a good job of cleaning up this choke area. Are they winning this? Is Sorex and Izon winning this? Good God, Lego scouts are hungry and they really want the kill, but Chucky is just proving his pedigree there, his experience over time, and he will be the last man standing, and he's going to cap off this midpoint unless Dr. Phil manages to get there in time. He's spamming off Chucky, wants them to get off that point, but he can't quite get to him in time.
Yeah, Shocky there, historically one of the best Scout 1v1 players. Now Lego are just aggressively trying to take this point, but they actually changed their mind as all the respawners come in from Happy Farmers, and they will retreat to second, even with the full advantage. So they're going to rotate around to choke here. Looks like they was want to get in and see if they can actually catch out the rest
an Uber. Oh, it's right on top of Honey Badger. Oh no, not like this. They're sending everybody, they're throwing everybody in the kitchen sink at him, and they have got him. They've even picked up Relia as well, and now they just need to find the leftover bits and pieces that they've smashed to the ground. They've allowed Bash, they've allowed Shocky to live, but I think Damn Easy's days are numbered as he is behind right now.
Yep, Lego will be pushing into big door here. So far, you know, you just see Condom racing forward here. He's grabbed his race car wheels, also known as a Scout.
I don't think they know about Damn Easy here. Having maybe a little bit of a poke round now. He should... Yeah. Oh no, Dr. Phil, he went back for his ammo and it manages to catch him in the crossfire. Send the scouts at him. Oh God, that is... that's a cool twist of fate coming out for Damn Easy.
Yeah, completely caught out Dr. Phil, but Phil actually hit a nice pipe there to completely deny Demis, and then the scouts came in and helped him out. With Lego, they will go Riverside here. This is a classic Lego push. It's actually like a scout, a soldier, and a demo man. Phil is just sticking the point, and now a soldier standing on it, and that's going to get anyone down there. Double staking kill there. Gets a third one, basically. And very clean push there. Pass gets every flag kill and Zen.
It looks like a game of Crazy Taxi Beater, because you just see them Uber in, and the medic looks so quick. He manages to get to the other side of Gully Wash in no time flat to finish off the rest of that Uber onto Josh. It's just a quick, just pick up, taxi service coming out from the scouts in these Ubers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been looking at the medics, and they just seem to be pretty much healing the scouts mid here, as expected. You see Lego did jump up first, and then Happy Farmers jump up second. And here comes the second round from Lego. Both soldiers in. Get Brager once again. Honey Badger actually gets Josh here. And now everyone from Lego is in the valley, but they still have a medic, even though he's weak. And Condom actually picks up another kill. So both medics getting a kill in this mid. But now it's just Bash against Condom, and Condom is way out. So Condom survives with 60%.
Yeah, so they could probably use that to repel. Oh, well, actually, they're going for the second point as well. They might actually be able to pull this off, because it's just taken them so long for them to respawn. They're trying to get onto their horses and get out there as soon as possible. They've got their buffs, but they've capped it off already too quickly. Bash, though, just decided to fight for just a little bit. I think he would have
picks off too.
I think he would have actually got off there. But yeah, I think that was a. Was that a big door, like bonanza, like a massacre going off there? Brager got a double kill.
Yeah, Brager got rushed, and then Brager did what Brager does. And Lego actually, they have the Uber advantage, but it's actually a crit screen coming in from Honey Badger here. So I think they're almost sad that Lego is not pushing with this Uber, right? Because they kind of expected them to.
I don't think he'll expect the crits coming out, and yeah, he's actually gone in with the Uber instead. But he's only got scouts to heal. He is keeping up with them, but again, they're just scouts. Poor lowly little scouts. They actually are pushing Brago there. You do see that disadvantage coming out of the quickie launcher.
Really? Is about to get crits, I think? No, they don't actually go for it. Okay, but they're holding on to the crit screen still.
They're going with the forward hold again. Oh, actually, no, they're poking about outside now. It looks like Josh wants to push us in, but they've got a crit to deal with. Oh, but they've taken out Honey Badger. That's the crits of the medic combo, and he will end up going down, and no crits for Happy Farmers. They're just trying to deal with what little damage they have left over, but it seems the core of Lego will survive, and they will pick up the second point, and probably even the mid point here.
Yeah, absolutely out DMing here, Lego.
Oh no, is Honey Badger going to go down? He stepped out of the respawn. Why?
Oh no, that is terrible, Honey.
Oh man, and Damies, he's like, well, I know Honey Badger's going to die. I need to find the medic, but he finds a demo man instead, and they will clean up him, get that midpoint, probably even get the second point now. It's just dominoes. For Lego, it seems, knocking one piece after the other, and everyone just seems to be fall.
Yeah, this is looking pretty over here. There's still 5 minutes remaining, so anything is still possible. But Lego, Happy Farmers, they have to hold this. They have to face down the full Uber advantage and the double scout Uber, which should be extra scary these days. But the Pyro is actually holding up really well. They're not the best focus fire coming up from the scouts. They still haven't picked off this Pyro. Pyro's doing way too much work. Finally, he goes down. But I think it was actually just enough. The scouts got split up there, and they focused different targets. One shot at the medic, one the Pyro, and yeah, so poor communication there from Lego for sure.
And to say that, it looks like they were trying. Oh wait, they're the back cap. Oh no, they've got somebody on it now. But Sorix was going for the back cap there, the hero play. But it did look like they were aiming for the Pyro. They just couldn't hit the Pyro. It's just a slippery little bugger.
Yeah, like one scout fell down the stairs and then had to run all the way around, and I think he was also shooting at different things. But look at this, now we see the Uber coming in from Happy Farmers. Josh might get caught out here. Dr. Phil definitely get caught out. And Brago is still looking for blood here. He's trying to walk through this choke, but no. Lego actually pushes back here. And it's only 4-4 here, so I don't think Happy Farmers will be able to push forward. They will get mid for sure. But now they are the ones facing down an Uber, and Lego will actually push in here, not even wait for spawners.
Well, I'm going to say it's all said and done here. This is effective trash time at the moment, as I don't think it's mathematically possible, and even if it was, I don't think they're going to give them the 3 wins and all the reasons for them to push in I think it's definitely a map one for Lego.
I'll keep the hope alive for a little longer here. There's definitely things to play for here. It is mathematically possible. Honey is now on 1%. He has spawned and he has not died in spawn. That's a good thing to know. So he's just still barreling forward here. He's so weak, but Lego eventually just managed to move forward here and support him. I think it's still pretty interesting that Josh is just choosing to just consistently run the battalions back up here. This sniper in spawn. That means he might be able to get Iceland there just standing right in front of him, but no, didn't get anyone. And here comes Uber. They're going to go in through main.
Well, it's been debated for a long time that the banners have been really an oversighted unlock in this whole new meta. What with the double gunboat soldier and the Demoman being nerfed slightly, everyone's doing just a little bit less damage output in these fights. And if you've got a banner up the back cap, if you've got a banner or two just thrown in there, you could probably make it really difficult for the enemy team because they just don't have enough firepower to take you down. It's almost like a second Uber.
Yep, for sure. And it's usually not been the battalion's backup that people use, but you know, it does give you 20 extra health, so there's that. And that was, by the way, a terrible Uber push from Lego, but Phil managed to just stand on the point with the paint train and actually managed to cap it out in the end. So that was a really bad push, and now it is mathematically impossible, but you know, we still have some good mid-fight to go here, and Happy Farmers, they're definitely not done fighting here, completely dominating this mid.
It seems that the majority of the mids were winning out for Happy Farmers as well, which is really strange. I thought they would have sailed away with this, but the last pushers, oh god, the last pushers have not been good, Beta.
No. Like, they've also been very slow about it. Like, they got the one round they got, you know, they took like 10 minutes to actually get that last push to work. You know, so just Lego, when they win very fast. So it snowballs out of control very fast. But here we go, we have an Uber, but they run into another heavy. Relia does get a ton of damage onto the soldier. Eventually Dempsey comes in and cleans up here. And Lego are now all in the low ground, so I thought that was a bad push, but I was completely wrong. They only lose one guy, Brago, once again. I kind of want to watch how many deaths Brago had once we get to the logs, because I feel like he's been dying a lot.
Yeah, he is the ambassador for this new unlock, and what it really foretells. Maybe Sonny Black had it right this entire time. Maybe the unlock isn't as powerful as we think it is, as it doesn't seem to have deciphered Lego at all. I should be saying defer, not decipher, but defer Lego at all during all of this. But Brago does pick up a pike kill onto Condom, you know, bonus kill, maybe something to keep his spirits up into this next map, which will be Product.
Yep. We still have a bit of a fight going on here. Relia shoots some rockets downwards into Dr. Phil, and Honey is just chasing some arrow kills. Doesn't quite get them though. But yeah, Happy Farmers, they get to maybe build a bit of momentum here going into the second map, which will be Product. Brago's already sticking last. Takes down Sen here, and Honey will now just get onto the point, and Iceland takes down Honey just for good measure there. So 3-5 will be the final score. I think there's 10 seconds left, so nothing else to be done here. So a very strong map coming up from Lego. It seems maybe a little bit closer than it actually was, I think. But Happy Farmers did put up a very good fight there, especially in the first 10 minutes.
I do want to throw in a pinch of salt into this because keep in mind this was the map pick for Lego, so I guess maybe it was written in the stars, or they knew for themselves that they were going to definitely win this map, and maybe even Happy Farmers knew that as well. So it might come down to how strong of a map they are over on Product instead, and really banking on that Reckoner Decider.
Yeah, and Reckoner, I don't know if I would bank on a Reckoner Decider against Lego, but anyway, yeah, they're going to have to do it now. They have no choice, really, do they?
Before we can go into any sort of talk about Product there, we should head over to the logs, break it down, at least mathematically.
Alright, so, you know, I said I wanted to look at the demo deaths and Brago actually has 20 deaths. So that's quite a lot, and we can see Dr. Phil only has 13, so there's definitely something to it. Brago, he's still top damaged, you know, he's not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was definitely rocky. He got picked off a lot, and that allowed Lego an opening to actually push.
But to counter your point, Beta, look at that damage. 9,137. Count him. He's doing a lot of damage for his team, and if he's dying for the cause just here and there, do you think it's worth it?
No, because the times he died, it was often kind of dumb, where like a scout rushed him, and it could have been prevented. It wasn't in like these big fights where a lot of chaotic things were going on. It was like a very isolated incident that actually got him picked off, and we can see Sen being second in damage. That's the roamer from Lego. So both roamers actually had really good games. Damn Easy being the roamer there.
Yeah, I think it's just the nature of Gully Watch. You can hide in all sorts of nooks, crannies, crevices, choose where you want to bomb from, and the enemy team master really just take a guess almost where you're going to go, unless they really want to dedicate their plan to like finding that roamer over on that midpoint. And even from that point on, the roamer has a lot of options and choices to him throughout the game. So I'm not too surprised, but it's nice to see both of the soldiers living up to expected stats, I would say.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing here is basically all the scouts had pretty middling games.
Oh, well. Have you... Look, this is what I was talking about, Beta. Look at all those mid-fights. More pop the second round. It was just happy farmers, happy farmers, happy farmers. That's Honey Badger kicking in there, because I know he's one of those main callers that really breaks down the game when it comes to these mid-fights, and he probably spends 90% of his time just thinking about how could we have done better on that mid-fight, what shall we do, and he really mixes it up. There's no stale, let's just do this maneuver. He really does hand-pick and hand-tailor his mid-fights when it comes to the team he plays with, and you can see the effect here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, the fact that Lego won so much, despite of these mid, really just goes to show that this is a good map for them. You can see why they picked it. You'd think they'd have a better mid-fight on it when they picked it, but yeah. But wow, look at Condom's heals per minute. That is crazy. 1,270 heals per minute. That is basically as high as it gets. I think 1,300 is like the maximum you can pretty much ever have, realistically.
So that is maximum efficiency coming out from the Icelandian. But let's see if we can poke out any other stats. And as well, you can actually see the charges, just night and day difference. That comes back to Honey Badger. As we pointed out throughout the game, Beta, he was just out of position and straight up made some retarded plays. If you could even call them plays, more like just regrets.
Wait, who?
Honey Badger. Do you remember all the times we just get caught out in such a random place? He went out to spawn, and the team just found him. I don't know why he went out to spawn, but he just did, and the enemy team punished him for that. There was a time when he went in with the Uber by himself, and he got out of position, got caught again. And this is the reason why the charges are so different from one another between Condom and Honey Badger.
Yeah, and also we can see Lego having some really good Ubers here. Like kills doing Uber 24-4. That's a big number. Then Depths doing Uber pretty even. Lego has one more. Kills post Uber pretty even.
Yeah, it's counter Ubers coming out from Josh. Probably some of the strongest counter Ubers I've seen all Prem, to be honest. I mean, when I think back to all the other counter Ubers coming out from teams right now, it seems to be quite lackluster. They don't really achieve anything. They just kind of it just ends up happening, and then no kills are followed or done by either team. They're just kind of forcing each other out. But Josh here seems to be the difference maker in these Ubers, I feel.
Yeah. On this map, though, I don't think you will be able to be as much of a player. Lego does have another weapon up their sleeve on this map, though, and that is the Roamer Sen, which we talked about is actually more of a scout main, which means that when they put the ice on Sniper, they can actually just run Sen on scout, and their team arguably gets better because they have a main scout playing scout. So, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it really is a bonus, but the Happy Farmers do kind of delve into this tactic as well. I do see Damn Easy playing the scout class sometimes as well, but I'm not sure if they're really confident in throwing Shocky over onto Sniper. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen some of the replays and the moments of glory and all this stuff like that. that Shockies are in, and he does play sniper from time to time, but he doesn't really strike me as a sniper that takes over a game beater, not in the same lights of like Flash or Denier.
Yeah, like I think Shocky, like if his team is being dominated by a sniper, he'll just get mad and switch to it. But we've actually gone live here, so this is map number 2. If Happy Farmers lose this, they are out of the tournament and they will be completely gone from the tournament, and LEGO will move on. But they can still bring it to a decider if they take this map. Let's go. We see Damn Easy jumping in right away. And both soldiers actually jumped in from Happy Farmers. So now, right now, there's so much action going on behind enemy lines for LEGO, but they get 3 kills out of it. Only Brego getting a kill so far.
Yeah, I think they centered that entire mid around just getting Damn Easy behind, worrying about a sniper, but ipso facto, there was no sniper to deal with, and that extra scout, that extra soldier, it was just too much for them to deal with in all these fights, because technically they were man down from the very start, because Damn Easy was just taking a tour of the map.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Like, we just saw Sen, like, Sen just looked at him go past and like, oh yeah, whatever. Okay, and then he just waited a bit, like, okay, let's just go get him. We actually Brego on the sticky jumper, so I think we're about to see some gimmicks here coming in for the suicide, and
Oh! Wow, Relia! Woo! You know what? If there's any point where people say Relia did not belong in that season, we just show him that clip right there, Beta. Good God, that was stylish.
The sticky jumper. Breaker's still on sticky jump. He's going to have to go back to spawn here. Sorix is peeking forward here. Kind of gives his position away, but that one went from a suicide to just a push. And a very good push one at that.
Whew. So they've got the midpoint. They're trying to sneak it away from under their noses. They've almost got the Uber charge ready and built over on Happy Farmers. But Honey Badger needs to, for him to build it, he needs to heal somebody. There you go. Damn Easy will get the kill onto Zen over on that flank area. They're still rocking the cookie cutter lineup for now, but Damn Easy is just propelling himself forward, just having a poke here and there. They're just going to sit back while they have got the Uber charge there. It would be too risky of LEGO to stay in with all their pieces, so they're just playing it a bit more methodical now, deciding how about they're going to do things. Damn Easy scouts them out, all pushing from this mid-door area. They've built out the Uber onto this push now. They've got so much cap time, they can probably sneak this without them dealing with it. Brego's all on his own though! Oh no, he gets picked off, Honey Badger! Oh, I feel like I'm picking up guy.
That was rough. Like, that's exactly what I was talking about. You know, that should not happen. You know, that definitely could have been avoided. But here comes the Uber exchange. So far, LEGO seems to have a slightly better Uber. Yeah, there's a slightly longer. Blast does get out alive, though. But LEGO just maintains the point here, just gets all the people on it, and now they're just holding it. And now it's an even fight, so I think we're about to just see people get some buffs, and now we just have a big old DM fight. As Damn Easy jumps out and then jumps in and out again. As look at this, all the pressure on LEGO is actually causing him to fall back, and Happy Farmers just capped the point. And Damn Easy's behind line, and he's done so much damage to Sen.
Yeah, you can see how much Dr. Phil was missing and all that. They just had no line or defense or just damage really for them to deal with the huge...
Condor might get chased down here though. Brego jumps in on him.
Oh, double pipe bonus kill. Buy one, get one free for Brego, as he will clean up the eyes on kill as well. Shocky's got his back, taking out Dr. Phil again, who's just managed to rejoin the fight sadly and gets killed immediately for it.
Yep, and now it's a full Uber advantage for Honey Badger. I think we're about to see another suicide come in here. Phil not on the sticky jumper, and Ison now is on sniper. And Sen is actually on scout, so looks like LEGO, they will not do a suicide, they will just put on a ton of pressure, get as much space as they can for Ison, and he's getting a lot of good looks here. Look at this, Condom is just really secure that he can actually get out. He needs to grab a scout though and get out of there. It looks like he almost did, but he's so close to going down.
Wow, Brego was hot on Condom's tail there, but he just narrowly misses the pipe. I think it was around the corner anyway, so I don't think there was any input. Well, wow, Shocky just bum rushing eyes on there, takes him out on the sniper, so no equalising kill for him, as Reddy has even moved up a bit. Brego's got working that new sticky traps that, oh wow, even gets the kill onto Zen as well, the trading kill I should say, and they've managed to bring all their pieces back except for Brego there, but that's fine. They've got so much time on the point. There's only 25 seconds left, and it looks like this is going to be the first round for Happy Farmers Beta.
I'm not so fast about that because we do have an Uber advantage coming in here for Condom. So LEGO will be moving forward here. If they're not fast, Honey will get it. He's on 90% now. It looks like they won't actually be able to contest it. There's a heavy up on the high ground, but so far he's doing nothing. But here comes the counter Uber, and it's still pretty even. I think the Uber is slightly longer here. And look at his Izon just cleaning up. Gets 2 nice kills here. And Lego does cap the point. But if at any point Happy Farmers actually cap this, they will win.
Oh, wow. Sorek is just manhandling Damn Easy there. He drops down and just gives him the quick weave to make sure he couldn't land any of those shots on Heavy. And it was a bit sad to see that they made the decision to block the point with the Uber charge and just stick around to make sure it was blocked. But actually, Beta, I think if they just let them cap it and then bait them all onto the point and then just did damage to them from much better positions and just recapped it, that would have been quicker than just letting it time out the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, look at this. Now there's time on the point here, and Lego has to go forward. If they let this get capped at any point, they lose. But wow, almost complete team wipe.
The game they're getting very desperate here, Beta. When you just feel like, oh, I'm so close. I'm sure if I just do things the lazy way, the sloppy way, it'll just tip over. But in playing so messy and unstrict, they've ended up giving a rope to hang themselves with.
Just single air shot Sen there, but completely destroys Sen. So that's a good opening into this opening.
Josh goes for the hero plane. It doesn't work out. They've already got the amount of players on there. They've got the Uber as well. I think this is going to be it for them.
Lego, they go forward into the Uber because they have to. And there we go. Happy Farmers take the first round on their pickup map. So we can definitely see why.
All right, but it looked like it was strong for. I don't know what lost it for them over on Lego. It seemed they were winning in my eyes at some point, and then I just take a double take of the clock, and they're losing.
They lost their medic. That's what lost them that. They only lost Condom, but Condom was just enough of a factor. But here we go. Once again, we see both soldiers jumping in here, but as before, it does not seem to work. And Izon gets 2 nice kills here, really contributing on Sniper here on this mid. And look at that. That's a very solid mid coming out here from Lego.
Yeah, I think in the first mid where they didn't run the Sniper, they now changed their mid in fact that they wouldn't dedicate damage to that Sniper, and when he went Sniper. It's a cool world for Happy Farmers, but it's okay if they could just lay down some of that first round magic. Oh, well, they didn't have any snipers to deal with. That's one thing. Bash gets picked off by that Sniper. It's already going to tatters, it seems, as he even gets the bonus kill onto Prego. Good God, Eisen, what are you made of?
And Josh goes forward and gets damn easy as well. So some huge snipes here coming out from Izon. Really see the strength here of the double scout sniper play from Lego. And now Izon will actually move forward here. And this is a pretty dangerous position because if Honey decides to go out there before he has Uber, he can get sniped, and this is just so uncomfortable on this map.
Yeah, but wisely they've chosen the middle door instead, door number 2, and no mystery surprises behind that one. They've sent their soldiers wrapping around this corner, just trying to create some little room for them, but they're just kind of wasting time here. They might just succumbing to all the spam. There we go, they find the pick they were looking for. Damn Easy's going to get healed up by the crossbow coming up from Honey Badger. Ubers do trade, but they've got a 1-man advantage. It'd make that a 2-man advantage over on Happy Farm as well. 3-man advantage, as that is going to be the nail in the coffin for this point capture anyways, as Soros is trying to just clean up everybody by himself, but he knows it's just too much of a tall order for him. They're going aggressive onto Phil though. He was a trap all along though, it was just a bait. Oh, Honey Badger keeping Redio alive though. Oh, misses that second crossbow though, and he will go down for the blunder, and they've already reclaimed this midpoint over on Lego. Oh wait, Brago just launched in, and he's used the quickie bomb launcher. It does get go down, but he does clean up the Izon kill, so at least Honey Badger can breathe a sigh of relief.
Yep, and Sen is just beasting right now. He's hitting a lot of shots. We see Honey Badger with a tiny Uber advantage. I don't think he can actually push on this, but Condom just has to be aware. But it's actually been harder to actually make use of these dot pushes now because a medic will just grab a scout and run away super fast. So now we see the Uber coming in from both teams here. No dot push going on. Pretty reasonable. And actually, Damn Easy will jump behind here, and he get dealt with here. He almost gets a kill onto Josh. So Josh will not be in this fight, but here comes the Uber. It comes out from Lego first. They do have 2 picks to show for it though, but the Uber will run out first.
Well, a little bit of a side story there. Relia was playing a game of Catch Me If You Can to Izon, or should I say the other way around. Izon was running away from Relia, and Relia just couldn't find the goddamn sniper. And now he's returned to his team, got healed up, and he's the first one to die in this fight. And Izon is still pumping out damage, pumping out pressure. They've sent another soldier hot on his tail now. Let's see if Damn Easy has a better try at it. But the entire team is backing them up as well now. They've sent the cavalry back in for Happy Farmers, trying to get some cap time while Damn Easy just causing so much of a ruckus for the enemy team. He will go down, but they've reclaimed that midpoint. So they just need to start making trades now. But Shockey's just not giving them a reason to. Bash is also going to get the cleanup kill onto Izon as well. Dr. Phil gets the cleanup kill onto Bash as well. So it's just more trades. It's good for Lego because they have lost the point, and the trades will work out for them just slightly in the end with this respawner. They're trying to make a push out of it though, but not too close. Condom isn't quite got his Uber yet, so they just need to build that up. There we go, they've got it now, but they're going aggressive over on Happy Farmers. Condom is watching all of his players die, and now he uses his Uber, but he's only got Sorix left, and as much as a man as Sorix is, he can't take out 6 buff players all by himself.
Yeah, and look at it, they haven't even forced Honey to use his Uber. Okay, now they do, finally. Okay, so that does salvage the situation quite a bit. So now Lego's left with a small Uber advantage here, as Happy Farmers clean up the rest of them. Yeah, so this is now just looking like a pretty normal push here for Lego, as they're just adjusting all the commands in the server here. So actually, Brego gets jumped once again, and this time he surfs out and survives. But yeah, Lego just cleaning everything up as they go forward here and just making room for the sniper. And look at this, a soldier as he goes in. That was Josh.
Oh, Brego's gone down there. He was caught slightly out of position away from his team, and they are trying to cap off this midpoint though to make use of it. But it seems all the players actually left from Happy Farmers are just enough to make these players tick over. It's just Condom alive now. He probably will be chased, and oh wait, he uses the Uber, and he's begging Sorix to come into the fight, but Sorix is just a little bit too slow off the mark, or Condom is just asking a bit too much from his Italian scouts. As now he comes back in, he's got no Uber, and he's now fighting off against 2 scouts. This is not what he signed up for. He backs off, and they're still holding on to that midpoint.
It's always so sad when you just milk Uber forever and then you just slowly watch everyone die and then you have to use it. But Lego, they will actually push in here. You know, there's about 15 seconds remaining here for Happy Farmers and 30 for Lego.
How many guys got the Uber here? They could just, they've just used the Uber now. They can go aggressive. They need to find Condom though, as he's the equalizing trade for this. But oh wow, they've actually lost so many players. How did that happen? I guess going for every other player, they just ended up losing their fights. Relia is going to go down as well, trying to fight off against 3 players. They will recap this off, but a feeling lucky beater, because this is maybe a tall order to ask. They have got an Uber charge to possibly defend with over on Lego. There's only just 20 seconds left, but they just need to recap it once, beater. Just once, and they'll win the round.
No, they can't recap it because it's already on 0 for Happy Farmers, so... Right, oh, that's what you meant. Not done. Okay, anyway, here we go. Happy Farmers go in here. Looks like they're going to send in both soldiers trying to go behind lines. That's usually works out for them, but here we go. Condom has used this Uber to hold on to as many people and point as possible.
They've sent some players onto it, and they're just taking just the right people to play off as well. And I believe it will go to Happy Farmers in the end. So close, yet so far. They had every opportunity to do that. They even had an Uber as well. Not every team gets that chance, but still 2-0 to Happy Farmers. Match point for them for this map.
Yep, they're definitely showing why this was their pick. And Lego, they are struggling as they will go for a complete cookie cutter stand-up lineup this time. Let's see what Damn Easy does. If he's going to jump in left side once again. Gets air shot there. Oh, double air shot by Sen. Destroys Damn Easy. Relia is still behind line, but he's on 3 HP. Gets pistoled down by Izon there. Brego gets a nice pipe kill here. So far, Happy Farmers, they have the positioning, but Lego, I think, have the health. And looks like Lego want to go in there.
Play the Jaws music though, because Josh is behind and he wants Honey Badger, but Shocky, he's just showing why he's such a presence on this scout class. He's managed to not only take out that player, but he's gone to help out his Damn Easy friend, and he's spend some time to help out Honey Badger. Even goes for the second defense, but they've thrown enough players at him that he will go down. And Izon's probably just going to back out now. Realise mission accomplished. Back to the team and back for the push.
Yep, and this is actually a pretty good situation because Honey is down right now, so he cannot put out any heals. So here we go. Lego, they come in here, they have better heals, so now they're just going to bully out Happy Farmers, and Happy Farmers will oblige and just go back.
And they gave that up a little bit too easy. It's almost like they have a plan or something, Peter. If maybe they're running a... It's a Kritzkrieg over on Honey Badger, so he's going to have that Kritzkrieg maybe slightly built quicker than... Oh, actually, they're building incredibly quick to say they've got Uber Charge. Can you see how quickly they're just keeping up with this over on Condom? Good God.
Yeah, Condom's building really well right now. And look at... Velia jumps in there but gets completely denied. Jumping 2 scouts in, and they've actually done what looked like a suicide to try and force the Uber out and then use the Kritzkrieg, but they didn't get the Uber force, so they might just be forced to do a charge sticky to hopefully drop Condom. And you know, I haven't seen a Crits quickie bomb Uber Kritzkrieg yet.
It probably destroys the map. It just does that much damage, but let's hope it doesn't create any black holes on this mid fight, as they are aiming up to they've launched it off. The first sticky does hit eyes on though. Condom immediately pops off though, sees the deadly lights and just has Vietnam flashbacks and does not want to feel the brunt end of that. Pops off immediately, make sure that isn't in the equation at all, and they've already forced them back out. Josh is even trying to bite off more here. Brago goes for the bottle kill because he's just ran out of ammo over on the Irish soldier, so he's just going to manhandle him with the glass bottle. He's going to be taken out. And in the meantime though, Lego held on to that point during that entire fight.
Yeah, and now they know about the Kritzkrieg, and they're building as fast as they can, but the Kritzkrieg will come into play before they can actually build the Uber. And
that's not play. Oh no, even damn easy. Oh wait, no, he manages to get out in the last second. He even gets healed up with the health pack, and Brash even getting a kill onto Dr. Phil. Wow, that is the pick that you need, I suppose. Honey Badger, why are you there? I turned around for a second and you're in a random ass spot. He's gone down. Good God, man. What is going on with that? It just seems like at some point, like, a random dial comes along and it's like, oh, it's time for me to go into a random spot of the map and teleport.
And Condom hits the crisp air arrow there to take down Value as well. Everyone just getting a shot, it seems. It's Brago using the shorter fist or arming time there to just completely out DM a scout. Phil rules trade with Shocky as well. So there's just so much pandemonium and chaos right now going on. But Lego, as soon as, if they can get those spawners to this point, they will be able to stabilize. But Happy Farmers, they could just go in here and punish Lego.
And this is a round head and shoulders against Happy Farmers here. Surely, if they can take any round, let this be the round, as they've only got 20 seconds left on the clock. But Happy Farmers are not giving up without a fight. They will recap that point, but whew, 2 minutes, Peter. That is that's a difficult thing to hold on to.
Yep, and the good news for them is that they actually do have an Uber to contest this with. So this will just be an Uber against Uber fight. Of course, we've seen Josh being a real boss of those, so that's going to be a tall order either way. But here we go. Josh just actually jumps behind, and here we go. First, Uber comes in for Honey Badger, and then Condom pops in return, but Josh jumps in too early there. Oh, no, that was Sen, sorry.
Oh, they just need to focus on the right players. Oh, they're focusing Condom though, and he's, good God, he's just like Supermaning all over the place, dodging fire in midair, but they're still holding off all the lines. They are getting trays here and there, and that will play into Lego's hands ever so slightly, as Josh is back up now. He's picked off Honey Badger, so that's the heals gone for Happy Farmers as well. I think they're going to claim back this midpoint and even claim back the round here, as they've just got a Shocky to deal with, and it's just too much. I mean,
yeah, there's still 10 seconds left here, so if they can jump in here and get some time on the point, maybe they can be the beginning of a miracle, but
Aurelio
it would
have
be a
to
miracle.
Be a jumping god.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, well, he just got
straight onto the point, and they do put time on the point. Look at this. It actually works.
Yeah, but they're just lemoning in, because you can tell some of the players are getting ever so slight. They're doing a good job to say they're holding on to this for like an extra 10 seconds. If they fucking hold this, I'm going to eat a cap. This is no way that this is possible. They're doing a good job just juking everything. Damn Easy is just having a time of his life, jumping up in the air. Shocky is winning 2 fights. The reinforcements are back in. How are they doing this, Peter?
They actually did it. That's insane. this round isn't over, but wow.
I've never seen that. I've never like, you know, you've always seen people get hopeful at those tail ends of the things, and people are just lemoning in, and they're just tag teaming, like they're just tagging everybody in to just take over, and just defend off the point just as they die. Good God, that was so close. But even then, the cards are stacked against them now because they've lost so many players in this initial fight. See, now they just have to do it a second time in a row, and no, not this time. 2-1. Still to Happy Farmers, but there's some hope. There's some hope on Lego.
Yeah, Lego winning that round, but they had to earn it. Like, Happy Farmers are making it so difficult for them.
That was it probably doesn't look like the biggest deal ever, but it was a big deal, Peter. You just don't see that in TF2.
Yeah, that was a crazy good hole. So we see Josh jumping in here and actually fails his jump. He does eventually make his way behind, and Bash will actually go down to Josh. Sorry, to Soix losing, and all of a sudden, like, look at Honey Badger. He's way out. He gave up a long time ago. Shaggy was still fighting this, but Soix gets 3 nice kills on that mid.
Oh man, you can tell like they've got a whole new wind in the sails, it seems, over on Lego here. They just feel so hyped after just making this slight little comeback now that they believe that they can do this, and they're starting to make me believe, Peter, that they can do this as well. They've got a nice hold set up. They've got that overcharge bubbling away that they're going to have the advantage in any second now. It looks like they still want to make a push over on Honey Badgers. Actually, it looks like more of a suicide.
Yeah, Relly's jumping in here. He's hit some shots before, but looks like they will actually just get the Uber Force coming out here. And Honey Badger's safely back in spawn. So, an Uber advantage push coming in here.
Yeah, I think they were indecisive there. It looked like, okay, we're just going to go for a regular push and have the Uber built on the way. And they went, wait, nope, I've changed my mind. I want to go for a suicide. And it's like, wait, no, team over, wait, I've changed my mind again. Oh, wait, you've already gone.
And they go forward here with the Uber disadvantage, but they hold it in such a way that they can go back very quickly. And Soix will actually not be able to get out alive.
Josh is behind. He's on top of Honey Badger. Oh, the pipes are coming in, the rollers. Oh, they haven't quite caught out Honey Badger. Not enough damage. If only that was in the patch notes instead, Peter.
Yep, barely surviving there. So he didn't even use his Uber on that push, so great job there from Happy Farmers. We see Sen looking to peek out on the right side with Josh. Finally going to make it out there, and now Lego are in here. It's going to be an even Uber. Condom's going to have his Uber in any second now. And it's just a matter of which team will not give up any picks here.
They've used the Uber to defend with. Condom drops his Zen player, but it's just a roamer. That's a throwaway kill. That's okay, as they're using the Uber instead to keep all these other players alive. Condom does go down to Damn Easy, who's got himself behind, and they've managed to just kite the Uber long enough that these scouts are just farming these leftover players now. They've got no ammo to defend themselves with because they've tried their best, but their best just isn't good enough.
Nope. Nope. Not this time. It's still a long round though. Lego and Happy Farmers, they have basically the same amount of time on the point right now, and if Lego push fast, they can actually push before the Uber comes into play. So even though they have an Uber disadvantage, this is a great time to push because there's not an actual Uber in play. And look at that, they just put time on the point and cap it. Great job.
Yeah, they will get the Uber charge a little bit quicker though over on Happy Farmers. I wonder if they'll know this and they'll push in with it. It looks like they're posturing through it already. They're going aggressive, but you need to hold your horses there, Brago. You've gone down, and now your Uber charge isn't quite as effective as you were hoping it would be. But they cap off the point anyway, so I guess you could say mission accomplished. But you know, it would have been nice if you got an Uber charge in there and maybe decimate the entire Lego team. Leave no survivors, I say. But Lego are going to fight tooth and nail for this point anyways. Play off the fact that they've lost 2 players. Brago just respawning now, getting back to his team, so he wasn't really there to contribute to that fight. Even Damn Easy going down as well, so you could say 3 players were lost during that fight, and Uber charge wasted, advantage wasted.
Yep, as we see, we actually see Damn Easy just about to spawn now, and that will be the sort of the cues for them to go forward. They could just go in here and try to get a force out, but right now it seems like they're a bit confused as to where they might want to go from. It looks like right side's going to be the one, but Ison's just going to get this Uber and actually take one down right away with the Uber. Like, they're losing so many people right here, Happy Farmers. I don't think this is actually a good fight for them.
I'm just looking at Condom here. He's soloing Ison. It's just like it looks like one of those dog sleds. He's just going by so fast. Oh wow, that was a nice tail end pipe. Oh wow, he gets Condom killed. Why is he there? What? I guess he wanted...
Grego just won that whole thing just by him being amazing at the game and just hitting everything.
Well, to give him credit, there was a bit of like 7v5 there, because why would Condom need to stay in for that fight? I mean, did he really think his scouts were going to win against that little fight there? Because the reinforcements were coming out for Happy Farmers there, but he just was a bit indecisive about what he wanted to do, and Brago just made the decision for him.
Yeah, Brago definitely showed that Condom didn't respect him enough. As Shocky actually goes down to a stray pipe there from Dr. Phil.
Wow.
And now it's looking really bad here. The scout from Lego just streaming forward and putting on so much pressure.
Oh, Josh, he wants the Honey Badger kill. Honey Badger, he's shot a crossbow into him, and the stairs have absorbed the rocket.
Skill stick. Gets skill stick for himself.
Oh wow, Brago manages to survive on the skin of his teeth as well, so he's going to heal back. He's ready for this next push. They've got an Uber charge. They could probably go aggressive with this if they really wanted to, but it's going to be close. It looks like they just don't want to go too aggressive, and they're blobbing up. Condom is just finding this a little bit too hot in the kitchen. He will pop off his Uber, and they've used their Uber in kind over on Happy Farmers, and they're capping off that midpoint, kind of reset things. Both people just pop off their safety nets, and they're just waiting to see how the fight ends at the tail end of these Ubers.
He gets Honey Badger.
Nice.
That's a great jump in there. And that might just cause the rest of Lego to
They
go
just
in.
need to up Brago, yep. It's the green light to go. Oh, they've launched him up in the air. Air shots are plenty. Oh, they all miss, but they get the rockets on the floor instead. That's okay. That's how you play Soldier. Eyes on is fighting off against Bash. Bash will get the clean-up kill. And they're still holding on to this. To say I thought Lego would get the advantage in that fight, but I guess just the back foot was... It's not a nice place for Lego to be.
Yeah. Look at this. There's 10 seconds for both teams here, so Lego, they will just have to go in straight away. No Ubers at all. Not even close. This is going to be a big DM fight, but Lego lose 2 players right away.
Enter the meat grinder. It's just Sorik's alive, and he can't do it all by himself. The focus fire, the DM was just slightly in favour of Happy Farmers, and we're going to a map 3 beta.
Yeah, that was a great map. Lots of action. Really good play by both teams, and it was really close overall. So we of course have some stats to tell us what to think here. But I already know what I think, and that was a great game.
All right, I'm just waiting for them to cook up onto my netbook here. There we go. Wabam. So let's see what I can pluck out. What stat doesn't get enough love in this game? I'm going to say, look at the health pack pickup coming in from Damn Easy. 99.
Not even a century. Yeah.
That's pretty high to say all the times I've looked at that stat. Usually it's not. That just goes to show how much Damn Easy's just set up a nest in the back of Lego's base there, just farming that health pack from behind and just being a pest, in my eyes anyways.
Wait, how does this stat even work? I thought like the small med kit was 1 and then the medium was 2. Small
med kit is 1, medium is 2, large is 3. There's never a large in competitive TF2. It's just a medium. So every medium health pack is 2. So
how did you get 99? Because I don't remember a small one.
He got the medium. He got the medium. Oh wait. How did he get the 99? What?
Wait. Oh right. There's a small
the middle.
One in,
there's a small one in the middle. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that one.
You almost paradoxed me there for
mystery solved.
All right. Okay. Now that we've gone over the most crucial stat of them all, let's go to the big the shit stat. That's how was the damage going? Bring me damage, producer.
Yeah, Brago once again being an absolute beast. Top damaging, not top killing. Sorgs has that honor, but Brago doing an absolute tremendous job there. He had like a couple of really good kill streaks as well. I feel like
Peter, if I could give you a magic genie lamp and you had the option to wish the demo man back to his pre-nerf status, would you want it?
No.
Well, it looks like you don't get a say in the matter, because I think the demo man might be getting his damage back in the form of a quickie bomb launcher. But to say this is just a new unlock, it's looking quite nice for demo man all around.
Yeah, the thing is that you're more likely to do damage with every shot, and it also has some utility in that you can clear sticky traps when pushing and whatnot. But then once you get into these really heaty fights where you need to do a lot of damage quickly, you just don't have 8 things loaded, right? Like if there's just a heavy standing there, not moving,
Yeah.
Stiggies are just the best thing, and with quickie bomb launcher, you'd actually run out of them and start reloading very quickly.
Yeah. I guess you are right. I mean, it's not always going to be the same as it before. And then again, I could be reading way too much in the stats. The fact that Brago just gets a bit more damage than Dr. Phil, and I'm immediately calling, it's Demoman is back, run for the hills, it's all the pre-nerf again. But,
not quite. He had a good game. And, the reason why I don't want the nerf to be reverted is just because the demo can still dominate if they're very good.
Okay. So, would you say that's more of the quickie bomb launcher shining through, or was just Brago being good?
I think it was just Brago. I don't feel like it was the unlocked here.
I
could be wrong, but you absolutely never know.
Okay, I'm going to stop being... what do you call it when those people keep announcing the end of the world? I've lost the word for it.
A doomsayer.
A doomsayer, yeah. I'm going to stop doomsaying all over the place and have a look at the fact that Lego actually won out on the majority of these mid-fights here, which was... Oh, have we lost items? We might have lost items, actually.
Well, it happened earlier, so yeah, it could be. And, the item server and the match coordinator tend to go down from time to time.
This is not what you want out of a third map decider. I know some of the players, I can't imagine what Dameezy would be saying around about now if he has to play shotgun on his Roma position. But anyway, back to the stats, getting distracted here. Tunnel vision. Okay. And the thing I'm noticing on these heal spreads is Brago is just getting pocketed more than Relia. He's just getting all the heals poured into him. But then again, this is product, baby. Those soldiers are going to be suicidal.
Right.
We saw Josh doing a lot of jumping as well. And you can see that Dr. Phil has even received a lot of love over on the medic class. I mean, the Demoman class, and by the medic class. I'm not seeing any other major stats. Some the Chargers are slightly won out for Condom yet again, but I think that was just from the fact that Honey Badger was caught in some weird positions. Not as much as the last map, granted, so maybe by this third map now, he might have just got it all out of his system.
Yeah, they had a drop each. I don't actually remember Honey's drop, but, we saw Condom getting airshot there by Relia.
I think that was the one with Relia on the airshot. Wait, no, he's on the same team. That would not make sense.
Yeah, that was Condom.
Alright, if you're just joining us, this is ETF2L Season 24, powered by TT Esports. This is Premiership Playoffs, lower bracket, round 1, Lego versus Happy Throwers, or should I say Happy Farmers. They are playing the decider map. This is the one to win it or lose it. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? What's happening on mid-beta?
Well, we see both teams taking their own crates here, as we see a soldier in the skybox going behind. That's damn easy so far, but look at this. Josh jumps in and does a ton of damage, just boxes everyone into a corner, and that's going to be complete annihilation from Happy Farmers. Wow. So they see Dameezy go behind, and basically Lego turn to each other and think like, okay, is it time to go aggressive? Okay. And they all just bow through. Although to say that, I think the majority aggression went onto them, and Dameezy just didn't get the memo that the rest of his team were going over aggressive. So I guess I don't want to point fingers here, but he was very high in the skybox. I'm pretty sure that was because he got hit by something while jumping.
Oh.
But now we have to go in here onto this last point, and this is a very difficult last point to push. They're putting time onto the point here. Everyone from Happy Farmers went into spawn, but now they come back out and they have this heavy
weapons guy. He's just doing enough damage. Oh, they're doing a good job though in this tail end of the fight.
Shocky's on 3 HP, gets a kill.
They just get behind some objects now, and Brago's still alive, but they've just thrown enough bodies onto the point to cap it off. Wow, that was I think if they played it a little bit more patient over on Happy Farmers there, just trusting the fact that their respawns would come up eventually, they could have just won that fight, but they went aggressive. They went to chase them behind those pillars, behind those crates, and they got punished for it.
Indeed. We still see Brago just constantly running this quick bomb launcher, not even changing it on defense. I don't think he did, at least. But let's see if Happy Farmers can do better here. Dameezy will jump Lego crate, and all the soldiers basically are jumping this crate. That is what soldiers do.
Shocky is behind though, and he's doing a number to them. He's taken out one player. He's using his scout buddy Bash to also join the fight as well. He's kind of torn them into two places, but Shocky doesn't want to continue the fight. No, he's looking behind, it seems, and now they have some time to recess themselves, regroup, and they're trying to make another little push in. Zen is by himself. They're caught out in no man's land, and he will get cleaned up. Shocky is being the forefront of this this Lego defense, this barrage coming out from Happy Farmers, and they will win the mid fight. It just looked like a bit of better sync play coming out from Happy Farmers in the end.
Yeah, they almost did lose that though, just because Honey Badger was out of mid. Like, he did a big fat loop-de-loop around around, just completely out of mid, wasn't healing for a very long time. So eventually he does make it back there, and now we are stuck in a pretty stalemate position here. It's always interesting to see how teams decide to push this. You know, normally you go through the lobby area, but what have you seen?
It's really strange. As I see Dr. Phil, he's constantly putting sticky traps up, and like Brago just waves his magic wand and just makes them disappear. And all that pressure for nothing. Damn easy goes in for the bomb. It does do a good job of getting Condom down initially, and Brago even going for these rollers onto him. It was getting pretty close, but no cigar, as Condom will survive to tell another tale.
Yeah, Condom and Zen both went very weak there, and that was just a pretty simple suicide, although all of the team actually supported damn easy on that one. You know, you can really tell the difference between when this guy just with zero pressure walks in and does a suicide, and when there's like actual pressure coming in from underneath with a demo man and a medic. You know, like they move all forward, and it was a lot of
Have you seen what Josh is doing in the spawn now? He's going on every single class as the spy. He's checking. It's like, alright, damn easy. What are you cooking on? What are you doing? He's looking at what he could be playing, but he's actually playing Soldier. They're going in for a good old-fashioned push. The Condom finally pops off Uber towards the tail end there of milking it. It does get scratched blind, doesn't want to risk it, and good call as they are cleaning up these last few plays. Honey Badger, why are you in again? What is going on? I thought he was out. He just like wandered back in. He's like, oh, did we win second? Nope, we didn't. We died. Oh, God.
Oh, but Shocky avenges his medic there, takes down Condom. So all is not lost there, and you can just tell Honey Badger, like, he really likes to stay in and heal his team.
Peter, I'm not crazy here, right? I feel like I'm picking on Honey Badger all night, but is he just making these like wild plays in your opinion as a medic? Is it just he just seems to be going in at random places?
Not all the time. Like on that one, like what we just saw, I don't think he was too far forward. Like maybe he probably should have gone out at some point, but he just failed to retreat just in time. You know.
I think I just like see him backing out. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's backed out, and I turn back over to the fight, and then I look again. He's like, oh, he's back in. Okay, I don't know. But they're making another push out of it, going aggressive, giving Lego a bit of taste of the medicine. Zen is trying to delay out that last little fight. Dr. Phil might have a lot to deal with on his plate here. Oh, actually gets the Izon gets the kill onto Shocky. I guess that was a crater kill.
Yeah, and that was actually really poor coordination there from Lego. You know, they're sending a soldier, and then the rest of the team came in. But eventually they just managed to make it work. And now here we go on this midpoint where, you know, you have to put people down on the low ground, and Phil eats a big pipe from Brago, and that might actually just be enough for Happy Farmers to go in on. Yeah, look at this. They are contesting this. They do... Lego managed to cap the point here, but I think they're just going to have to get out.
Yeah, you do see the flank is still poking about. They're thinking they can still make a play onto this, but they just overstayed their welcome.
Condom could drop this. Oh, he does pop it off.
Yeah, but now they're just trying to pick up the pieces here, see if they can find any use for this leftover Uber. Izon was brought down very low there. They pop off the Uber, now they're on the back foot. But look at the medic zoom away! He's just used the scout to just get all the way through that doorway, and they just can't chase him. The poor soldier's feet and all his weaponry is just slowing it down, and they even get some time onto that point, and they just can't quite get through the barrage of meat that Happy Farmers are about putting them through, and they decide, you know what, we're just going to rush to last as they're using the crazy taxi yet again. Shocky picked up Honey Badger using his full buff, and he's going on a bit of a rampage here. He's laying some huge damage, even gets the last finishing kills onto all those other players as well, and will even get the cap points as well. Doesn't even die. Shocky, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, doesn't even die should be like the motto of Shocky. But yeah, pretty solid push there. Lego, they tried to go out and contest the point, but they didn't get the contest, and then they just all fell apart. They lost people one by one, and eventually Happy Farmers managed to just push it. So third mid coming in here. Lego so far have been looking pretty damn good on these mids. So let's see if Happy Farmers can step it up.
I've just noticed, and damn easy just noticed, that the config isn't set right in the server as well, Peter, so I hope that one of these teams is good enough to beat them in a 5-0 mercy rule, because there's no time limit on this map.
Yeah, they'll probably fix it, but once again, Lego just seeming completely dominant on these mid. Sorg is actually chasing a bit here. He actually finds a soldier, gets a soldier, now he's onto the medic. Yeah, I don't think Honey is going to get this. Nope. Sorg will not miss that.
Question, Peter, how are they going to fix it? I guess they could just randomly pluck out a time in the air and what they think the timer might be, but...
No, you just said the time limit 30, and it's actually tracking it all the time, so...
Oh, is it? Oh, well,
yeah,
there you go, that shut me up. Well, nice one. Damn it, I thought I was being so clever as well, and you just went, well, you're not.
The game is actually really well designed sometimes.
Okay.
We don't like to admit it, but, it's the truth.
Okay, they've decided to use the Uber in. Josh does take an air shot, and it's kind of propelled him forward, the place he wants to be. Even gets a nice little tail end of that Uber as well to make sure he's really safe. They've brought out the pirates to stop knocking people off this point, but it's the ones that, it seems Lego are the ones that do the knocking, as they've just knocked them completely into another mid-fight, another round, I should say. And, round for Lego.
Yeah, like mercifully, we have not been stuck on last for like 10 minutes like we sometimes see on this map. It's actually been pretty back and forth. And once we get to last, people just pretty much win. We've seen like one kind of bad last push, I think. And that will take us to another mid. Lego so far has been completely dominant. Let's see, Damies will jump up onto these crates, but Phil is just raining down death onto these crates.
Ooh.
And he's doing so much work.
Oh, wow, okay.
Wow.
I thought they were going to win that fight then, but Dr. Phil just doubles up on what Brago can offer there, gets 2 kills instead of 1, and that just turned the fight in their favour. From there, they could just play the player advantage of game, and Eyes on, he's chasing down the medic is high. Oh my god, no! What a play! Honey Badger, I forgive it all, that was so sly!
Yeah, just hides in the corner, and now he gets saved. Wow, that is absolutely brilliant.
Wow.
Just hiding in that corner, just juking him like crazy. Great play there. That really salvages a really poor situation for him. Condom still has a small Uber advantage, but I don't think Lego will actually be able to push on it. They just lost a player. But crazy play.
I thought he just gave up for a second. I just went down the corner. He was going to go for the Ubersaw thing, but now he just... That's brilliant. That was truly wondrous, Honey Badger, if you're listening.
Yeah, and then of course now we see they finally did pick up the time limit. So, and you can see it's actually working.
Okay, all right. Well, today I learned.
Yep, if you ever own a server, now you know. Or become important enough to gain Archon access to any server.
No, I'm just incredibly efficient, Beto. I never let this problem happen. So.
All right.
Okay, so it's a bit even Stevens right now. They're just trying to lay some stickies down, but Brago is just trying to wipe them away clean with an eraser. Zen, he gets cleaned up with an air shot, and they've even sent Sorix in as well to see if they can get the downed player. But they've actually traded a few players over on each team. Actually, they're still going to make a push out of it though, and they have got one less soldiers to worry about of ransacking. Yeah, they just go entering the meat grind.
Wow,
oh no, they dropped Eyes on. Phil, it's all on Dr. Phil. Can he land the pipes? He can land the pipes. He got Dr. Pill will get a pipe onto Honey Badger, forces his hand, and forces the Uber.
And he saves Condom by distracting for long enough for Condom to just slip out alive there. That's probably the most important part of that. So Phil did pretty much everything he had to do. Condom did drop Ison from that Uber though, which made it completely hopeless. Because it was 3 against 4 with better response for Lego, but dropping a guy from the Uber like that will completely nullify any kind of spawn advantage you have.
Alright, so this time we've got a stalemate on the flip side. It seems Happy Farmers are holding the mid fight for this push, so let's see if they can do just a little bit better than Lego was doing earlier. I wonder if they'll go in for any sort of just a bomb in and then switch out a player, but it seems so far in the match Damn Easy just doesn't want to off-class on this map. He wants to stick it with the regular classes, but if it comes up to Lego and they want to slow down the game, it could prove against them, as it is 2-1 on the board.
Yep, Damn Easy was just doing some scouting there, so it was, and here we go, he actually does a skip jump in, gets boosted by some stickies there, and does a ton of damage onto Josh. Does like 250 damage to him, but Josh was fully buffed. So a pretty cool jump in there, launching, as he says in chat. That's pretty much what happened there. You know, just skip jumping off of some stickies and then just kissing the sky.
Your references are out of control, Beta. But I wonder what class he'll... No, he's still going with that Roma class. Okay, alright. So I guess it's just another attempt at it. Maybe taking a page out of Tag's book and just going to keep going until one of those players die on the enemy team.
And we saw Josh once again going back to spawn and switching to spy and just going around. And here comes Davies once again. Honey Badger actually goes down though. That's important. He just peeked his head out there for a split second and Izon picked him off. That changes everything, and now we're going to see a push from Lego.
Was that Izon peeking, or was that Honey Badger peeking?
I think that was Honey Badger peeking. I was actually watching the soldier.
Yeah, me too. I mean, if I wasn't expecting it, and most certainly Honey Badger wasn't expecting it, so usually the distraction comes in the form of Damn Easy jumping in there and their players followed up, but it seems to be the other way. Oh wow, Izon even getting the kill onto Honey Badger again. About 5 seconds after he respawns as well. He's just really turned the tide of this game in the past 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, like Izon has been pretty ineffective on Sniper until he suddenly is really effective. You know, like that's what happened on Viaduct.
It's almost like a switch of some sort, a button you could say.
Where he just like toggles on his aim. No, like, yeah. Let's see, Lego, they do have the big Uber advantage here. I think I saw an NG. Yeah, so Damage is actually building on last, so Happy Farmers are definitely expecting to lose this right away, like this second point. And so far they're just spamming it and getting ready to get out here. And if Josh just jumped in here, but he's weak, he can just completely get them out in that little doorway, you know? And here we go. And so now Breaker will be pushed back, and Josh... There's actually Relia going in there for a force, and I think Josh will go down. So Lego playing this very passively, and I really don't like it. I think they were way too slow on this.
Oh, both the scouts have been let loose, though. They decided that it's time to play, and actually, no, Shockey's gone back inside. He's like, it's not time to play, and Bash is like, oh man, that's not cool. So, yeah, they will get this point for free, but in the time that they've wasted of trying to slow push it in, the Ubers come out for Happy Farmers, and...
Izon's way behind lines here. Oh, he's actually meeting a jumping soldier. Okay, that's not going to end well for him.
Oh,
oh
yeah,
he's the medic though. Izon's still behind
lines.
They
launched back in. Relia's gone in for the jump as well. He's been taken out.
Honey kicks on Soix. Oh man, Soix just looking at Izon going like, what are you doing back here? And then he just gets shafted from behind, and Honey actually gets the second kill here. That was pretty clowny.
It was a bit of a where's Wally there. Everyone was just scattered to the four winds, the four corners of the map, Beta, and I just didn't know what was going on. It was just too many things to look at. But it seems the fact that the respawns were just a little bit closer for Happy Farmers, so during all the trading, during all the chaos, Happy Farmers would just get up to fight again just a little bit quicker than Lego can, and that's what gave them the edge in that tail end of the fight.
And we see Happy Farmers moving in here. They have the big Uber advantage. Honey Badger actually goes down to Dr. Phil.
What?
So that happened. And now Happy Farmers, they're putting time on this, but Lego, they are pushing out here. They don't want to give up even second. They will end up giving it up here, but they've done so much damage that it should be a recap. But look at this. There's actually only 3 up, and if they don't want to get back capped here, I think Phil is about to go down. Yeah.
Easy's slapping Dr. Phil forces him to suicide himself, trying to get the kill there. And well, so they've got the second point back. They've got an Uber charge as well, and it seems Honey Badger is trusting in his demo man partner to go for the big plays, and he's trying to get on top of the Condor.
Oh wow, yeah. Goes in there and actually gets the force, hits a nice pipe onto Condom, and Condom is not willing to risk taking the second pipe there. So he quite reasonably pops it off. Demis is coming in here. He might have been going for the medic, but he ends up getting a soldier and a scout instead. And Izon's still on sniper here, so I think Lego will just have to back off here and not get second.
Man, this is a very nauseous seesaw, Beta. It's very back and forth. I'm getting seasick here as and they're going in for the fight again. Izon plucks a man from the sky, falling angel in the shape of Damn Easy, and he will go down. So with that is put a stunt.
I think Josh might be able to get the pick here. No, he actually gets spotted. And
he gets piped as well, and he gets scattergunned, and he gets ended of his life. And they've got another player behind though, and actually no, that's Zen
That
has
was a
actually gone.
badge.
There you go. Yeah. There's just so many colours on the screen, Beta, just being thrown about in all shapes and sizes.
Numbers and names, help me. Look at this. Heavy Farmers will go in here, but Dr. Phil does a ton of damage. It actually takes down Relia. So this game has just seen so many people getting dropped from Ubers, and it's really important. And Dr. Phil actually takes down Honey Badger. But look at this Brago just beasting right now, hitting a ton of stuff. Takes himself down too.
Oh, they're going to go
just
down
another
here.
hit in my book.
Yeah, they've got the heal advantage, so they should win this out here unless they pull out some miraculous play. And
double back cap going on, actually.
Shocky's like, please, Shocky, help your comrade. Oh wait, no, he's actually backing off. He's, I guess he knew that the back cap, and to be fair to him, the second cap does cap extremely quickly, so that back cap is a huge threat for the enemy team. And one scout is just enough to bring everybody back, and Shocky just makes sure he doesn't die there. And he
Shocky just demolished Zorx there, but then he eats a big rocket. But Zorx is still behind right now, so Lego will have to deal with this. Let's see how they actually do this. You know, this is so uncomfortable. There we go. They finally spotted it, but look at Shocky. Just takes down Zen. Some great DM.
They're bottled up here. They're cornered in. Literally, look at how much they're in the corner right now. And Damn Easy's gone behind. They've used the Uber, and they've left the flank players to pick up the pieces. Shocky, again, is still behind there. He's the boogeyman that's trying to get behind them. And they're still actually finding picks here and there on Lego. I'm surprised they didn't collapse in sooner over on Shocky and Damn Easy.
Yeah, Shocky. Okay, here he goes. He's gonna 1v2 this. Can't quite do it. Zorx hits his shots. And actually, you see Ison onto the medic here. Can't quite. Oh, he actually gets the force. So that was effective. And now Lego will retreat.
Both of these teams are just not on the same wavelength as when it comes to anything really. The flanks just might as well be like two separate teams. It's 2v2v2 right now over on in this game. It's just so chaotic.
Yeah, and I'm quite liking that. It's very chaotic. I think both teams are really struggling to just find their footing here and stabilize, but I think it's finally happened, and Lego will be pushing in through bottom here. But
they're getting wrapped around from this choke area, and they have to pop up, and Dr. Phil's in a horrible position to follow up, so back onto the seesaw, Beta. We're going the other way. Woo!
Yeah, these teams, they're so good at just maneuvering around each other, and this is a very big and open map, and just the scouts right now are just doing such a good job from both teams of just constantly getting behind and threatening the back cap and just being a nuisance overall. But look at this Lego just stacking midpoint here. Very dangerous thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It plays a bit differently in the fact that the point is on very low and, quite frankly, rubbish area to defend from. So surprised they didn't actually go in for the fight there. But I think Honey Badger's had enough. He just doesn't want to take the seesawing anymore. He wants things to calm down just for a mere moment. Need to worry about these sticky traps, all this spam coming through. They're trying to. Oh, Honey Badger jumps away while the rest of his team pushes in. He just saves Brago just in the nick of time as well. Everyone's got an Uber, but they've managed to farm off an Uber as well. And Honey Badger, he's dedicated himself into the fight. He's going to go down, and everybody's been sent into a blood rage over on Happy Farmer as well. And they need to find that medic. They need to kill him, and they need to. They're settling with Dr. Phil. They're going to settle for Zorx as well. Condom is actually the only one alive. You can't help but feel like he was slightly responsible in the fact that.
Look how weak everyone is from Happy Farmers.
Yeah, the condoms. Actually sails away, and he's giving a chase. Damn Easy giving chase. He does find him in the end, and Condom will go down. A slight kind of delayed spawn time as well, but it's a shame in the fact that they had such a good Uber coming out from Condom there, and they took out Honey Badger and whatnot. It sent the rest of Happy Farmers into a rage, and they've just killed everybody onto the screen. Good God.
Yep, Condom's about to spawn now, but this will mean that he has a pretty significant Uber disadvantage, especially considering that Honey Badger is on a crit streak. So they're about to get in.
He's checking it. Yep, he's checking it. He knows. So,
and Lego's not doing the forward hold. If they had time to do a forward hold, they could actually deal with this crit streak.
Well, they've got a sentry gun. I mean, that is pretty good with dealing with the crit streak. That sentry gun won't feel the brunt of any critical hits.
Honey Badger didn't mask his call there, though, so now they know that there's something incoming. So let's see here. Brago gets crits now. He's on his normal sticky launcher, so he can't quite charge him as well. I think they're going to get Phil here.
It's like, where is this medic? And he's just like popping all of that. Oh wow, was that a roller? Was that a pipe?
I think that was a roller, or it was like the best prediction pipe ever. But either way, they get one pick here, but Ison is still on NG, and that stuff is just so hard to actually break. So I would consider that a failure. And now Lego has the option of just holding for 7 minutes if they so choose.
Yeah, that was just a wondrous defense coming out from Lego there. That was just brilliantly, well executed. Just rotating between all three doors and just kiting and pushing them out all at the same time. It was truly a nice defense to see. Well done from Lego there.
Yeah, and they decide to actually push out here. They're not gonna just hold last for that long. And they actually have an uber advantage, and they will push on it. But now they've lost it, but they will continue to push anyway. They actually get 2 picks right away here, assuming Bass goes down. Yeah, there he goes. And Josh is doing a ton of damage, which means he should have a banner as soon as this uber ends. So, Honey Badger, he has a full crit streak now, but the battalion's backup actually completely counters crit streak. I would just like to point out. Like, crit streak are, you can't get critted.
Yeah, but you're going to have to, know a good time when to use it. I mean, if he uses it a bit too early and the crit streak doesn't go off, it gets kited out. And there we go. Now he uses the... But you see, in all the time that he's had to use the buff ban, the crits is already over. So you kind of really need to make a prediction play when it comes to that banner and suspect the crits coming in.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit surprised he didn't just preemptively... hold it, like we used to see Shocky's on the Huntsman. Okay, I've seen him do this quite a lot, and I've never quite understood it. And now Lego putting time onto the point here, and great job there by them, using the best EU gimmicks there are around, and they take this.
I think unless that arrow was going to skew at everybody in one shot, I don't think Huntsman Sniper was the play there, in my opinion. Maybe a heavy or... something,
Or Machina, I just hope you can, get a quad kill. It has happened before, I'm sure. Maybe not. No, it hasn't.
Well, I've never been treated to a quad kill Machina, but who knows, as we still got 5 minutes left on the clock for both of these teams to fight out. It's still anybody's game here, Beta. I know...
Source is just doing so much work on this mid. He's gotten 2 kills already, but he does eventually get taken down. And this is actually looking like the best mid Happy Farmers has had so far. They're trying to get down this soldier, but now there's some people on the low ground, and now the demo jumps in, but he gets taken down by a nice rocket there from Sen. And wow, another good rocket there. And this is still looking like it's going to eventually go to Lego, but the fight is still going. Look at that Shocky out-DMing Josh.
Yeah, he just finds Josh and just like, hey guys, what's going on? Oh god, there's a scout in my face, I'm dead. And so, wow, I don't believe they've actually held on to this. They've got a medic. Why don't they just go in and fight that midpoint? I don't understand.
I think they just want to slow the game down right now because they have the advantage. So they know even if they lose the uber advantage, they'll still take a minute off the point. But they might just still decide to push in here. Look at that, Happy Farmers are actually pushing on an uber disadvantage here. It looks like they're kind of panicking a little bit here. And we'll actually see the uber coming in here from Condom. No, okay. I thought Condom just died. That was Honey Badger. Bad. And Ison takes down 2 people with a big meat shot here. And now he's looking for a soldier kill as well. Both players just juking around.
That was close though. He gave a quick whip round to make sure he can get on top of it. Oh, wow, Brago's doing it, and he will get the Condom kill. But, like you said, Beta, they're feeling the squeeze of the timer, and it must be really difficult for them to deal with now, as they've only got 4 minutes left to make back 4 rounds.
Yeah, and I think they're about to contest this. Yeah, there we go. They don't want to give this up, and once again, the positioning is so bad down there on that point. They will contest it.
Yeah, so they can probably cap off the second point really quickly as well. There's only one scout that's entered the fight. There you go, there's Shocky. So he's rejoined the fight with the rest of his team. Already are almost getting taken out there. They will cap off this second point, but it's all hands on deck for Lego on this last point instead. They're just setting up some traps, having a poke for these doors to delay them at the very least. But they've got an engineer, the king of slowing down TF2.
Yeah, he's just only now started it though. And look at this, Josh actually goes down straight away, and Sen has jumped in here, and he gets taken down as well. So this is looking pretty good for Happy Farmers.
Oh, and Bash is down.
Just as I say that, everything seems to turn around. Soros comes in here, hits some big fat meat shots onto Brago, and now he's got a soldier in his sights. Actually gets a wall bang there by him. But look at that, Honey Badger dies with 96%.
Yeah, he gets chased down, hunted, and will get cleaned up. I think that's... that might be all said and done, Beta. Maybe they could still go for the the draw, perhaps, but it looks like they just really want to turtle this out and make it as slow as a game possible. So unless they have a quick, change of heart over on Lego, I don't think they're going to get away with it.
Yeah, we'll see. Josh has gone full on gimmick now. He's even on the black box. He's actually done the this is the Shadowburn roamer he's doing now with the Conqueror.
Don't diss that loadout. That is a prime matchmaking loadout that does wonders for your ranks.
Yeah, we do see them just keep on pushing in here. They're being very aggressive. They know they have to make it work quite fast, otherwise it's just going to be impossible. But Lego, they're just too strong on this defense, and they do hold this. I think they are pushing out here. Yeah, and look at Honey Badger going for the big air arrows. And Josh in the skybox eventually takes down Lego.
Yeah, they even got an Uber charge in case things just get a little bit too hairy as well. So they even got a buff banner, I think, ready over on Josh. I think he's primed. Oh wait, no, he's just waiting about for now.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Now he's gonna go fast.
It's a super Uber. Okay,
yeah, look at that.
They're trying to find some players, but everyone's just moving by so quickly. Medic has got his snow dogs just mush, away the condom goes, so he can't feel any of that Uber, and they just bring everybody in after the fact as well now, and it's just Bash left to fight up against 3 players. Brago has come back alive. He's trying to maybe get the flank around onto him. Oh wow, eyes on disrespecting Bash as well. That guy used to be one of the best scouts in the game, Beta, and he's just been bludgeoned to death by a spiky bat.
Yeah, it's a stick with like a spike in it. Can you imagine the destructive power of such a weapon? Now we see the full-on pyro. They've called GG. They've pretty much given up. As Shocky, he's trying to get this scout with the flare. Come on. Pyro's a pretty bad class.
Hey, it got a buff recently where the fact if you're on fire, healing is a lot less effective.
Oh yeah, that's actually super annoying.
I wonder if anybody could play a huge role into that. Maybe just get a roaming pyro in there, Beta. Use one of those reflectors rockets to rocket jump in there and just put everybody on fire.
Yeah. The double fact. Oh, it almost the stair stab too from damn easy. Oh, the double spy. Double spy is still legal, by the way.
Is it?
And I don't know. Backstabs used to be super glitched, so where like if you got one backstab, it could do like 2,000 damage. So that would be like the easy way to get high damage in a match. Just get one backstab at some point. But yeah, 4-1 for Lego that last round. It was pretty much a gimme. Happy Farmers had given up, but congratulations to Lego for making it through. They will be moving on to the next part of the lower bracket, where they will meet the loser between Perilous Gaming and Nameless.
Yep, that will be a Premiership Playoffs lower bracket round 2, and I have no clue what the scoreline is on the other team, but this is good. This keeps the VOD spoiler-free, Beta, so if you're tuning into this game first and you're just following up the Perilous, or should I say Full Tilt versus Nameless game, then we won't spoil it for you, but in the meantime, though, let's have a look at some logs just one last time, Beta.
Absolutely. We've seen Brago top damage on every single one so far, but it looks like that's not the case this time around.
Eyes on. Look at those kills.
Wow. That was a big game for him.
Yeah, he's just farming players. I guess he just likes the chaos when the game gets like that. I mean, that was probably one of the most back and forth games I've ever seen, Beta. It never went at that speed before.
Yeah, I can't remember a time where I was just feeling like at rest and let's take a deep breath and just wait.
Yeah, let's talk into the tactics of the game. Let's get into small talk. It's just like, oh no, okay. This is
how
happening
about that whole matchmaking? Yeah, who cares? Who has time for that stuff, right?
Yeah.
No. Well, yeah, Ice on making Sorks look bad. That's an achievement in and of itself.
It just goes to show that it's not just all about Sorex when it comes to this team. Izon, when it has his dog days as well, and I don't know, a lot of people count him out, and I guess it's just what happens when there's always that scout pair. There's always one that's going to be overshadowing the other.
Yeah, Sorex had a good game as well. I think all the scouts had a pretty good game except for Bash. who went 14 for 23. Yeah, Shocky was 27 for 21, almost at 300 DPM. Like, you can see how much action was in this game just by looking at the DPM of everyone. It was so high.
Yeah.
Basically across the board. Relia having a really poor game. Having the lowest damage as a pocket, going 9 for 25. Yeah, poor game for him. He had a good Viaduct game.
Yeah, you count out all the caps as well, Peter. You've got 13. You've got almost like 34 caps were traded for that entire game. That's mind blowing. That's like that's almost 3 times the amount of caps from certain games.
Yeah, I haven't seen the other game obviously because it was going on at the same time as this was, but I feel pretty confident saying we got the most entertaining one.
Yeah, it was heart-throbbing at every step of the way, to say the very least. But we're looking at the heal spreadage now. I want to see if this the fact that scouts have got that little buff. Well, actually, I should say medic have got that little buff where they heal the scouts more now. But it doesn't actually reflect it too much over on the spread here, the heal spread. I don't see too much. Usually 15-12%. That is the rough sort of margin you're going to see with these heal percentage into a scout. So
yeah, we haven't seen it quite so far. It was, as I said, where you still have to heal your entire team. It's just when you actually want to move around, right? Like it kind of becomes like this thing where I need to do something real quick. Let me grab a scout and just do that real quick.
All right, Beta, I need your opinion here because I can't do anything without the Beta seal of approval. I need to know, is this a good change for the medic, for the scout?
I think the whole move speed faster is completely unnecessary. Like, the medic was already the best class in the game by a long shot. So, I don't know. I don't think it ruins the game in any way, but I think it shifts the meta in a way where Scout becomes even more important than it already was, and it was already going that way. So it's going to make it probably a living hell for soldiers going forward. Like, roamers, sorry to you guys.
Yeah, if you think you were kited before, this is going to be a whole new kettle of fish.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think there's anything bad about it. I think, they finally fixed the Medigon retaining Uber. Now it fizzles. I think it's like 10% per 1 second or something, pretty fast. So we might see that become allowed next season, where you can pick up an Uber after a crit streak or something.
It's my favourite stats of all. It's the incredible. Oh wait, we're going back. Yeah, it's the points capped by zone, or as I like to say, the 2-week course guide, brought to you by TurboTabs. We're going to go into the nitty gritty of things here. So here we see that conversion rate for Lego was just so much successful over. That just means that their last pushes have been going by just a lot better in regards to Happy Farmers, where we've seen throughout the game that they were just really struggling to make that last push towards the tail end. They were just kind of hoping on Brago to make these last few little pipes go here and there. But Brago just couldn't find these like heat-seeking pipes that they need to get onto top of Condom. But the Lego pushes just seem to be so much calmer and controlled, and you can see reflecting in the stats here.
Yeah, like Brago jumped the medic so many times this map. And to be fair, he did get the force a couple of times, but I don't think he dropped him as many times as he did in the other maps. But, he was just going full on, gotta break the condom, but it didn't quite work.
Anyway, I got so excited about that point caps per region because I knew halfway through the game, just seeing all the seesaw, I was like, man, that stat is going to be really interesting to see because we lost so much chaos of it that we wouldn't know who was winning. But now we know that Lego, with the majority of red on the map, is just winning outright. Only you could say Happy Farmers were best at one region of the map. And you can see here, that's Shocky and Dameezy cleaning up on that second point. It goes to show that when they're playing over on the back of their second, they can hold it off somewhat well, or just at least take it back for them much easier than Lego.
Look at the mid fights though. That is just brutal in favor of Lego. Plus 20. Yeah,
you can see the fact that if they cut out second completely, they have to do that by winning mid extremely hard. So when they won mid extremely hard, which they did for the majority of the game, you saw that they could get to last very easily and just win it outright from that. So basically it came down to if they could get a decent mid coming out from Happy Farmers there, they would have had a much better game, but Lego just kept it consistent on those mids.
I just want to point out by the way, if you look at the leading net frags on the far right side, you see Honey Badger with +2. Top.
Oh god.
That's what happens when people chase him.
That's just how clean. Oh yeah, that's just how clean it went for them as well. Just when they won that mid fight, the round might as well just have been lost.
Indeed. Do we have more stats, or should we get people in here?
I think there might be one more. Yeah, there you go. Frag percentage by zone. So usually, I think the trademark is 18% is on average for an area except middle. So 18%, as you can see on the Happy Farmers side, they had a majority of 12%. So there's a lot. It was a desert, the deserted land over on that second point on Happy Farmers, but there was a lot of fighting going on the Lego second point there. An extreme amount. That's don't be fooled by the 40% on the middle beta. That includes mid fights as well. So that stat is always going to be skewed just a little bit. That's probably at the rough margin it's supposed to be at. But that second point, man, there was so much fighting on there.
Yeah, and you can really tell. There was a lot more fighting on Lego's side. So when Lego actually made a push forward, they didn't hold it very long. They just kept on pushing right away. Whereas Happy Farmers, they were more content to just sort of sit around and try to work some slow advantages, and then Lego could slowly hold and push out. So there was just more fighting on that side.
Yeah, and as for the defending of last, it seems things were done. I guess there was no real stalemates at last. That's why they're both just stuck at the percentages they're at. I don't see any sort of things we can really read from those stats. But otherwise, congratulations, Beta. You've made it through the Gentleman John's final tail end stat page. You made your 2-week course. You're going to be expecting a certificate in the mail any point.
Sweet. Oh boy.
All right. So for graduation, let's treat you to some interviews. Let's see if we can bring some people in there. Get some of the salt flowing into the fields.
And bam, hold them in there. Admin abuse at work. Hello, Dr. Phil, and congratulations.
Hello, and thank you.
All right. So Dr. Phil is joining us from Team Lego. First off, Dr. Phil, how are you feeling? You've made it into playoffs. Well, made it into playoffs. You've made it into
further into playoffs. Yes.
You've made it. You've made third place guaranteed.
We're into the money now.
Oh yes, dollar.
Which you will totally receive at some point. Probably.
Yeah. To be announced.
But you're feeling good.
Yeah. Can you walk us through the maps? It looked like you were pretty safe on Gollywash, and then you looked very close on Viaduct. But why weren't you able to just eke out the win on that map?
I don't know. We in a lot of the clutch situations we didn't kill the scouts, or we just let Brego have a lot of space, and he just demolished us when he got that space. That seems like we are making the tiny mistakes, but a lot of small mistakes that will cost us the rounds, basically. Same as against Nameless.
Did you expect that result to come out? Did you always know that you were going to be on the back foot on Product, or
no? Like we haven't played Happy Farmers at all on Product, so we had no idea how they would play. So it was kind of a wild card for us, I suppose.
All right. Are you in general confident on Product, or is it one of your weaker maps? Do you think?
I think it's really hit or miss on the day and who we're playing. It seems like it, at least. Like we can't beat like teams as Nameless and so on it, but we can also lose horribly to them.
How did you guys feel about your overall performance tonight? Did you think everything was firing off on all cylinders? It was at 100%, or
no? Like there were some mistakes and people were not happy about it, but we ended up pulling our shit together and actually, edging out the win in the end.
If you played like this against Full Tilt, or aka Powerless, or Nameless, do you think this would be just a good enough performance to beat them as well, or do you think things will have to get better?
I think we have to play a bit better at least for us to beat them, but it's hard to tell. Not that easy to compare performances and then against other teams.
Alright, Dr. Phil, I've been tiptoeing about the elephant in the room. It's about the patch. What do you think?
It blows.
It blows.
I'm not happy at the moment. I feel like we were going to get rushed so much easier with a medic and a scout now.
Okay. It is a big thing, so let's break it piece by piece. What do you think about the quickie launcher? You saw Brago was using it for the entirety of this best of 3.
No, not all the time. He didn't use it all the time. He would
Did he
get
not?
swapped back to normal stickies.
Okay, well, there you go. But what's your opinion on the Quickie Bomb Launcher? Is it not that good of a weapon?
I think it's if you know how to use it, it's really fucking good.
Did
But
Brago know how to use it?
Yeah, to a certain extent. On some of the points, and others he didn't do much with it. That's why he swapped off it, I assume. Like, it's good in the offensive situations if you're going in fast and you can do the fast damage. But when you're defending, it's really not that good.
We were just talking about on the stream about the medic change. I shouldn't say scout change, but the fact that you can just run at a scout's pace if you heal him now.
Yeah.
Do you see that causing a huge problem in competitive, or is it just annoying?
I would say it's annoying, but it will change the meta. Like, pocket scout is so much more important now than a pocket soldier.
Who knows?
Now there will be a scout around the medic all the time, so the medic can get out.
So maybe we'll start changing it now to just 2 roamers and a pocket scout.
Yeah, that might very well be. Like, the thing is, you can't really chase the medic down if he's running at a scout speed. Not as a scout or anything. You have to like do insanely fast jumps to keep up.
We saw tonight that you guys were using the buff, well, not the buff banner, the battalion's backup.
And the conch.
And the conch, oh wow, ooh la la. So this is the first time I think we've seen it used, at least in a serious environment, all season. Do you think it's the teams are fools for not making use of these banners?
I would say so. In some situations where there's like stalemates, why not? Why not just build a banner? It can be so useful after, like in post-Dipper fights. Like both conch, buff banner, and battalion's backup.
Have you guys known this all season? Is this a pocket strat for the playoffs?
Me and Josh has spoken about it, but we haven't really used it that much. It's more or less been up to Josh when he actually remembered it. I wanted to use it basically.
Have you put enough trust in them now, as they've proved they worth in this playoff game, for you to use them against Nameless and Full Tilt?
Hey, they're good. Not essential for us to win most of the fights, but some of the fights they definitely help quite a bit. Just being able to walk in and not take that much damage or get health from actually fighting.
Alright. Otherwise, I'm not sure if this will be the last time I'll see you, Dr. Phil, so I need to know, will we see Lego again next season?
From the looks of things, yeah. I don't know how our roster is going to look though, but we'll see.
Alright, I think I'm all done, Beta. I'm not sure about you.
Well, Suyooo has been bugging me since like a long time ago. I purposely ignored him the first time around, but Phil, did you vote Team Pyro or Team Heavy?
Team Pyro.
Team Pyro,
Fuck
that's
Heavy.
my name. Yeah, fuck
There
Heavy.
we go.
But yeah.
Does Denmark just hate Heavy?
I
no.
hope so.
No, Sen is on the heavy train. He has been scolded for it by me.
I mean,
Oh yeah, we don't speak anymore.
Only play games, that's about it.
Yeah, do we actually know who won the other match?
Didn't Nameless one win?
I have no clue. But,
Look at the logs of thing. Nameless one, both maps like 2-0, 1-1-0?
Wow, that sounds super exciting.
In true Nameless style.
Yeah. Yeah. So no surprises there, truly. All right, so that going by that, you would have to meet Perilous, and I saw you warm up against Perilous, and that was a very close game. So how are you feeling about that matchup against them?
The looks of things today, quite right actually. Did really well against them, and we matched up well against them. So I think it's possible for us to win that match and go to the grand finals.
Yeah. All right. I guess one last thing to ask about is what do you think about the way these playoffs have been organized? You know, usually it's just a normal kind of knockout bracket, but this time around it's double elimination.
I think the other way around was better because there's not as big of an advantage actually coming second or first. Like you can, as long as you get into the playoffs, you have a good chance, basically. Not like you actually get a proper advantage, in my opinion, from finishing first or second.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get the joy of scheduling all the games in, what was it, like 7 days, 5 days or something like that?
Yeah, it wasn't like a week we had to play all the games, but that got changed luckily.
Alright, so I think we're all done here. So for being such a gracious interviewee, Dr. Phil, I'm going to give you some shout outs. I know you've got your predetermined list.
Yeah, the fat list is coming out. Shout out to F2, Crystal, Helberg, Ryan, Demul, Epley, Sex Kitten, our manager, Amy, Seppu, and Buttnose.
It sounds like I'm not sure if you ever watched it before, Dr. Phil, but it sounds like the Pokemon rap where they used to play off in the advert times. All
What was the
right.
shit?
All right, Peter. How about you? You got any shout-outs in the style of a rap?
In the style of a rap?
Hey, whoa! Dr. Phil did it like that. It was like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, and shout to
No,
Flippy.
I am in no way musical like that.
Oh, you know.
I'll just be a sellout and say, check out my YouTube, check out teamfortress.tv YouTube. I'd like to say thank you for Suyooo for streaming, and thank you to TurboTabs for casting with me.
Oh, you sweetheart. Well, I guess I'm going to give a shout out, of course, to Suyooo as well. We wouldn't be here without him. And, of course, a big shout out to Dr. Phil for joining us in the interview. And the biggest shout out for Peter joining me on the cast and also giving me a shout out as well. But the biggest shout out to you guys out there watching. You're the reason we do this, even though the majority of you are probably watching this on YouTube. Shame on you. You should have watched this game. It's a lot more exciting.
You don't call shame on people for watching on YouTube?
Well,
oh my god.
They're still watching.
no,
like,
they should have
please.
been. They should have been watching on Twitch. They
oh
should
my
have.
god.
Shame people.
I just rank my life based on Twitch numbers. Okay, you hear it.
Okay.
All right. If you are just joining us, though, sadly, you have just missed us on Twitch. You tried at the end, but you're going to have to catch us on YouTube. You can find that over on Team Fortress TV. Just punch it into YouTube. You'll find us on the first result. If you want to find any other content about Team Fortress 6v6 at a competitive level, maybe you've just joined matchmaking, you like what you see, you can find that all over on teamfortress.tv. We've got a Discord, again, teamfortress.tv. We've got a Twitter, teamfortress.tv. We've even got Facebook. Your grandma could like us if she wants. Team Fortress TV. Okay. This has been TurboTabs, Beta, Dr. Phil interview. See you on the camera /production. This has been Team TFTV2 signing out.